wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Game. That's Dalitha. I'm Travis. It's Monday, and that means it's time for Monday Night Raw. Hopefully everybody's having a gale time out there.
3 hours of raw garbage.
It is Raw time.
Woo.
She's going to bring the energy tonight.
Raw garbage! Yay!
The power of positivity.
What a stupid song. Walter was in the chat, but he'll be back later at 9.
Why wouldn't it be?
EWE's in the chat, though, says, hi, WWE Raw. Sophie's out there. Also, Chris Akane and Robbie is with us.
Good to see everybody in here.
EWE wanted to be WWE versus AEW versus ECW. Sophie says, hi, and I forgot to mention on Friday that the WWE wrestlers could go back on Twitch. Triple H lifted the ban.
Good deal.
Chris says, hey, Travis and D. And Robbie says, yo, yo, yo. And UFC was better.
It was pretty good, huh?
Wait.
Uh-oh, what's going on in the back? What's going on in the back? They're rushing back there.
Somebody's beating somebody else up.
Looks like maybe Seth.
Seth and Riddle are going at it.
Seth and Riddle.
Good for them.
The Riddler.
Sophie says women's tag tournament got shaken up again with Toxic Attraction being out. What?
What?
Did they like die or something?
I haven't seen anything about them being eliminated. Did one of them get injured? Because they did win.
They won. Did they die afterwards or something? Chris Akane says too much positivity.
They're
That's right.
spilling to the floor, onto the outside, right into the arena.
Oh, excuse me. Exciting.
It's kind of where John Moxley makes his appearances.
Well, maybe him and Seth are talking or something. Robbie says, I'm just here because of D. LOL, and seeing Joshua lose was even better.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Wasn't it, though? I mean, I have to say this, though. He has improved about this much.
He moved his feet.
There was a little bit of a difference in his movements this time around, but otherwise, he's still shitty.
His feet were moving this time, and that's rare. He's not a foot mover. He usually has concrete shoes on.
Yeah.
His old concrete boots.
Sophie says Road Dogg is back working with the WWE.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Jeff Jarrett left and the Road Dogg came about.
Old Jeff. Yeah, he left Friday, I think.
Why did he leave again?
I don't know.
Where'd he go?
Oh my God. Okay, when he left, he didn't really was anywhere.
He didn't tell everybody what he was doing?
To leave, but yeah.
Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke says, as far as I know, Toxic Attraction is still in the tournament. They are trash-talking their next round opponents on Twitter. Oh. Being out. Hey, Kat. What you doing, Leopold? Can I have that? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want the mouse? Do you want the mouse? Oh, my God, do you want the mouse?
Edge, we are in Toronto, by the way. So Edge is wrestling Damien tonight.
Oh, poop.
And we're going to have Trish Stratus on here. So if you guys like Trish Stratus, she will be making an appearance.
She seems stupid.
The power of positivity.
Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla says, hi, Walter. Well, that's nice. And Walter's like, yes, so Riddle and Rollins fight. Robbie says, do you plug your charger in? Plug my charger in? Are you talking about myself? Because I'm a robot? You plug myself in to
I don't know, is your phone battery dying?
I think my human battery is dying.
It's been known to happen.
Robbie says, hi, Ayla. And Sophie says, Luke, Gigi is hurt. Ayla says, hi, Robbie. And Chris says, no, they said they took Toxic out of the tournament. And Vindicator says, hey, did you guys miss me? Even just a little, because I really did miss you, but only just a little. That's Vindicator, I missed you like this much. Like, my arms aren't long enough for how much I missed you.
Oh, it is Trish. They're starting it out with Stratusfaction.
To the moon and back is how much I missed you.
Everybody's excited to see Trish Stratus.
No, not. Nope, not excited. Hi, Cat. What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? Are you a kitty cat, huh? The angry kitty. Oh, it's the angry kitty. Angry kitty. Angry kitty. Angry kitty. Bitey kitty. Angry kitty. No, no, come on. No, you like
there
it.
There she is.
No,
I wonder if
like
she's
it.
going to be setting up a match. Maybe
love
she's going to go to Wells, you think?
Love. Look at you, how much you love it. You love so much, don't you? Now you do. You love. Oh, you love it.
All right, what's she got to say? What does she have to say?
Sophie says, Edge versus Priest. I wonder if that main event Raw. Ayla says, we all missed you, Vin. Luke says, if that is true, Sophie, Gigi and JC have not officially announced anything. But has the WWE announced it? Sophie says, now the tournament is back to being unpredictable. Vindicator says, Ayla, Robbie says, you keep yawning, I know. Ayla's got a cheesy smile, and Chris says, I'll remember Dudley's putting Trish through a table.
That's pretty funny.
I don't. I've never seen that.
Of course you wouldn't.
Sophie says, Luke, WWE announced it on their website. Vindicator's like, that's so sweet. Likewise and beyond. Yeah, you better.
Is she not always there? She's like, it feels good to be home. Where have you been?
She's not talking about Toronto.
She's talking about.
She's not talking about Canada. She's like, I'm not talking about Canada.
I think last time we seen her, she lost to Charlotte. Didn't she used to be better on the mic?
Maybe she's extremely emotional.
Well, maybe she should just cry then.
And she should take some pages out of Liv's book and just go sit in the corner and cry. Like normal. Robbie's like, Trish coming on the Gab. I knew Dee would use the money for good use.
Oh, here comes Bailey.
Luke says, okay, WWE announced 55 minutes ago that Toxic Attraction is out. But Toxic Attraction themselves are actually disputing the report. Sophie says the new Thor movie will hit Disney Plus on September 8th. Vindicator says, Travis, Trish is going to say some good shit, so listen up. You too, Leopold.
She said nothing.
She said nothing. It took her like 10 minutes to say absolutely diddly squat holes.
And then Control came out. That's EO, Dakota, and Bailey.
Oh, no.
It fall down.
I think it fell all the way down this time. Get it with your claws, buddy. You got it. Yay. Good job, Leopold. Did you find your mouse? Oh, did you find it? Did you find it?
Mom's trying to lose it again.
Where else am I supposed to throw it? Throw it at your head next. Throw it at Dad's head, huh? Can't make it around the corner.
Almost. Another 2 inches over, it would have shot out in the hallway. Boom.
Got it. Let's see. Chris is like Rikishi stink face Trish. Yeah. Looks like Sophie, all I'm doing is reading all the info, not just one thing. Sophie says, I read all the info too. It looks like, Luke, you have to check Reddit if you want the real facts. It looks like so either a storyline is happening or something else is going on. Robbie says Bailey gonna kick Trisha's ass. Bailey isn't doing anything but talking, so I doubt she's
I'm going to assume that we're going to get that next round of that the women's playoffs right now. Because, we're going to see Alexa and Asuka come out. And
those two.
make things even.
Chris says, remember when Trish effed with Vince, Rock, Christian, Jericho, and Jeff?
Uh-huh.
She seems like a sausage wallet. Vindicator's like, Trish is in phenomenal shape, though.
Yeah, she looks good. She could be SmackDown champion right now.
Bobby says, Trish is learning from you. Learning for what? I don't even know her, Bobby. You seem to know her really well. Maybe you're teaching her. Sounds about right. Teaching her all your UK slang so she sounds retarded all the time. It's really sweet of you. Derek Murchison in the chat. Hey, Derek says, hey, family, how was your weekend? Busy as fuck. It was.
Just listen to that commercial. What did she do wrong? She didn't leave her number twice. Nobody can get it the first time.
Oh.
No, that wasn't it. She only left her name once? Nope. She shouldn't have left a voicemail at all. A text will do just fine.
No voicemails, all text. Luke says, Sophie, all I'm saying is if you want to break news, just do the due diligence to find any and all info. Sophie says, the WWE announced that on SmackDown we are getting a fatal 4-way tag team last chance match, and the winner faces Raquel and Aaliyah on the night before Clash SmackDown.
Huh. Not bad.
That sounds stupid.
Not
Luke
bad
says,
at all.
Eli, I'd rather drown in hydrochloric acid than read Reddit, lol. Vindicator says, I hope the toxic injury is not a work. It's not something they need. Ayla says, that's dramatic, but also sounds relaxing. He says, we know we are getting a Sasha and Naomi back in the WWE. Derek says, Gigi got hurt, so toxic attraction is out of the tournament.
She fall on her butt.
Maybe.
International legend.
That's fine. International, right?
Why are you here? Why you came?
Why did you came? Why did you came?
Why are you came?
Why you came? Chris says, surprised Randy never got to F with Trish, although he was more of a Stacy Keibler kind of guy. Sophie says, I read one of the websites that Raw's last hour will have limited commercials.
She's here for Edge's match.
Gross.
Clearly not Canadians. Is that racist, you think?
I think she's being offensive,
Because EO is clearly not a Canadian.
A boot. She wants to say what it's all about, eh?
They don't even have... Oh, I play.
Oh, great. You don't like her. That's great.
Who gave this person a mic?
Who gave any of them a mic at this point?
Bailey, okay. Dakota, I can't tell, but you know.
Well, thank you, sir. Did you need to get this to me? You're so nice. Okay. Go get it.
This is our ring. Yeah, who do you think you is?
I'm Trish Stratus, bitch. It's Trish, bitch! What you gonna do about it?
So why is Bianca coming out?
Because she has to have a feud with Bailey.
Huh. Yeah, to set up that 6-way, I guess.
She's gotta hurry. She's like, I gotta run down here, but I had to wear nice shoes. Yeah. Better than the hooker pumps that Trish has on, I guess.
Now, isn't she famous for saying, you don't even go here?
You don't go here.
Shouldn't she be saying that to Trish?
So if it says, I read on one of the websites that Raw, I read that. So it says Bailey versus Trish. I think they hinted at that before. It looks like I give up. Everyone just saying what WWE said, but ignoring what I found. It's all good. Anyways, how are you, Dalitha and Trav?
Woo.
Good. Just fucking fantastic.
Getting ready for this women's match. I'm assuming Bliss and Aussie are going to show up in a second.
Is this going to be the fatal 4-way?
No, it's just going to be a 2-on-2 tag team eliminator match.
Chris says, I heard Good Brothers might come back to WWE because their contracts at Impact are coming up.
Oh.
Great.
Gallows is almost like, he moves like he's almost crippled. And I don't even like the other guy. I can't remember what his name. Anderson. In her bodysuit. All the perverts out there excited right now.
She talking terrible. I hate this already.
Yeah,
Why is this making my ears
cringe.
bleed? I don't like it. It
Really?
says, haha, I saw that, Luke. Haha. Robbie's like, I would love to teach Trish. Yeah.
I know you're a
I
little
imagine.
stupid. Yeah, see, here they'll come out right now. We knew that was coming.
Oh, great.
The
Now we got
blister
another
makes
dummy out
3.
there.
And then Asuka makes 4.
Oh, this is fantastic. Looks like, well, at least all the WWE rumor sites are going to be well fed with everyone in chat reading them. It looks like I didn't read them. Not yet. Robbie says, Elvin.
Hey, the Canadian can count. The Canadian can count. She said that's 4.
Wow, that's good. Surgery, that's why you think she looks good. Oh, God.
Well, they're going to wrestle right now.
I really just want to just slit my wrists. On another level.
I feel like that should have been more exciting, but she just dropped the ball.
What the fuck?
Well, she looked good. We can go that far, right?
Isn't that all she's there for?
No, she was a wrestler.
Oh, was she? Well, she's not a talker, that's for sure. Please
All right.
never let her talk again. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, goody gumdrops. Let's see. Luke says, it's fine. Nothing for me to get worked up about. I'll just wait and see what happens. Wait and see. Wait and see. It was like I'm a hypochondriac, so I read that read today that I'm dying. Google said so.
Oh, there it is, right there. Second chance, fatal 4-way. All right, there's the bell. We do have our match. Control against Asuka and Bliss.
Sophie's like, are they putting Trish in the storyline? And Chris says
I don't think it's
Dakota is
long-term.
hot. Looks like a little Ayla, and Robbie's like, Bailey in a real fight.
Oh, there's
Puts
a tag.
up Trish and Esta. Sophie says, Trish and Bianca team up. I thought I would never needed but wanted. Trish versus Bailey. I feel that could be a Mania match.
There it is. Look at that. Dakota and Asuka. You okay?
No.
You seem very out of it. Anyways, Dakota into the ropes, spills to the outside on purpose. Asuka's like, what are you doing? Get back in this ring. Dakota's like, I'm a veteran. I do what I want. So these guys are going to wrestle again in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever, at Cardiff, but with their champions with them. Bailey on the Control side and Esther on the Bliss and Asuka side.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota, now shouldn't that be 9 and then 10? Or did they stop the count because she stepped up on the apron?
I don't know. Shouldn't they already be counted out, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were 8 when she got up on the apron, and then he stopped counting. And now we got a commercial break, so all's well.
Yay! Robbie's like, Trish and Esta, sit the F down. Fraudulent! Chris is like, it's Cock Anderson. Get it right, Travis. Were you talking about Brock Anderson or something?
Anderson Gallows.
Oh, that guy. Robbie's like,
brothers.
Bliss, what a twat. Chris says, Robbie says, Bliss, what a twat. Chris says, oh, Trish taking it off Steiner math. Vindicator says, Steiner math. Vindicator says, I still hope Bliss and Trish fight someday, like they were scheduled to at Evolution 2018. Chris says, Alexa and Trish kiss. Oh, God. Sophie's like, they doing this match now instead of saving it for later. Robbie's like, Trish, little Mike skills lacking. Chris says, Io versus Asuka. Sophie says, WWE has a new pay-per-view strategy. I forget what it is. I don't see them bringing back the all-female pay-per-view at some point. I mean,
I think if they have somebody that can lead their company, yes. Is this a Mike Tyson movie? Notorious, huh? It's on Hulu.
Oh, Lord. Did he sign off on that? Can we see the infamous... Ferocious. Can we see the infamous spinal interview, please? Thank you.
My back's broken. Your back's broken?
Your back's
yeah, it's
broken?
broken.
Yeah. What do you mean it's broken?
Like it's broken.
It's
spinal.
Okay, and moving on. I can't even remember. I think. Hey, psst. Hey, psst, psst, psst. What are you doing? Come here. Where's your mouse? It's gone. Come here. Come here, Leopold. Oh, Dad's got the sprayer.
Well, he's not doing anything.
I know.
You can't
Come
spray
on.
him because he's white.
I hope that box falls off because that's pretty much what he's ready to do for it. Leopold. Hey, buddy.
All right.
Come on.
Anyways, we're in the middle of a tag team match, but they do have commercials on. So.
Yeah, stupid commercials. Luke says, hello, the count is supposed to keep going till they are in the ring, not just on the apron. Well, they lied and did it wrong. Indicators like Travis should supervise or performance reviewer for WWE referees. Should be a supervisor or performance reviewer for WWE referees.
They don't want to hire me in AEW, I'll tell you that. That would be like one referee.
And then I'd tell her to do exactly what she was doing the very first time she started working instead of listening to stupid fuckfaces on Twitter that know nothing.
Yeah, when I first started watching AEW, they were terrible.
Oh,
all of them. What's up, buddy?
Did you make it up there, bud?
Having a gay old time? No?
Chris says Scarlett and Trish kiss. Dude. Sophie's like, it'll be interesting what superstars we could get in the Rumble matches now under the new people in charge.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. It'll be fun.
It'll be so fun. Oh, God.
Oh, all right. We got Io, the newcomer, in there with Bliss. Oh, Io ducked it. The fans are like, who are these people? Rolls through. 1, 2.
Chris wants it to be Jamie Hayter and Trish now. That's fantastic.
That are kissing?
I guess. Sophie's like, at least the Intercontinental Championship is going to be defended on a pay-per-view. It will be the first time since last year's Mania.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Leopold. No. Psst, psst, psst. Vindicator says, I bet mirrors cannot survive being stared at by fuckfaces. No. Nope. Mirrors bust completely when fuckfaces look at it.
All right, there's a tag by Bliss and Asuka. Look at the teamwork.
Robbie's like, oh, why not Dee and Trish kiss? Yeah, no.
This is some Vince stuff here. Hey, let's let them wrestle each other because they look kind of the same. I mean, to make it a big deal. And now they're talking about, both of them dominating women.
Yes.
They're building the story, but they're not doing anything.
All they're saying to each other in English is, I don't like you. That's it. That's all they were saying to each other. One was saying, I don't like you. And the other one's like, I don't like you. And the other one's like, I don't like you. I don't like you. The cat's a freak.
Oh, Asuka said she's smarter. That didn't work.
Yeah, jaw-jacking.
All right, Dakota comes in. Asuka's just getting beat up. I remember when Asuka was good. It was a long time ago, but still. She was undefeated for over a year.
Well, isn't she now a good guy or something, so now she has to be beat up all the time?
She was a good guy then.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. They have to make these weirdos look good, I guess.
Old control. Oh! Sky and Kai.
Sky Kai. Sky Kai.
Look at the kicks. Can you not bite and do that? All right. We got Bliss in there with Dakota. Throwing her into the ropes. Bliss, big forearm. There's a bulldog from the other side. 1, 2, and Dakota kicks out. No problem. No sweat. Bliss looks like she's confident, but I don't understand why. She's definitely not the same athlete she was just a couple years ago. You can tell it in her body. She's turned into a skinnier type wrestler, and she didn't used to be that. She had muscles and tone. Rolls Dakota over, rolls her through. Nope, just a 1 count. Oh, there it is. Dakota hit her right in the baby maker. The ovary.
The ovaries. Don't do it.
Little drop kick.
Hey. Yeah, later it's going to be Dolph versus Finn at some point tonight.
Finn.
Weirdos.
Dolph's pretty good. I don't know about
the athleticism.
It's like she fell.
They're like, let's pull this one out of her assholes. Let me get that out of there real quick.
I do think she was an athlete at one time, but it doesn't
the
look like
athleticism
she's
from her. That's what it is about. I don't know what it is about these women's matches, but they fucking bother
this one's going long. This one's over 9 minutes already. But in the back, you got Dana Brooke and the Samoan, Tamina.
Tamina and Dana just staring at him.
All right, throws
They're
Alexa
the only
into
ones
the
that have
ropes.
survived on their side of the...
Alexa gets tripped in slow motion. Yes, that just happened. That's major botch right there. And then Dakota kicks her in the side of the head. Hopefully she's okay.
Sophie says they should redo something with the 24/7 championship, like make it a new cruiserweight championship or burn it.
Wow, this is the second commercial break in a one match with the females.
I'm going to get up and leave. Ravi's like, do you translate her on the gap? Actually, no, Ravi. They were actually speaking English. Chris says Io is better than Asuka, but yes, Asuka had the undefeated streak. Ravi says they are making Dakota look weak as F. And Sophie says, why is this Canada crowd not lively like the one we got this past Friday? They have to have something to be lively about in order for it to be lively.
You can't get the crowd started with this.
You can't have garbage start out your shit and then expect people to be excited about it.
This should have been in the middle. They should have started it with something big.
The talking was bad. It didn't get anybody involved. It's not like she went out there and was like, I'm Trish fucking Stratus. Woo! And then got the crowd involved and like all this stuff and everything. It's almost like she's had a stroke or something and she's had to relearn how to talk. Which is terrible if that's really happened to her. I feel bad. But that's what she sounds like.
Maybe she did.
Exactly. Maybe I'm being an asshole. Which I really don't care if I'm being an asshole.
Dick move.
Chris says Bliss and Dakota Psycho Girls match. Crazy's in the chat. Hey, Crazy says, hey guys, give us Hill Trish. Sophie says at least Bliss got rid of the magic. It looks like we might get a 6-person tag at the Clash pay-per-view with Edge, Ray, Beth versus Finn, Priest, and Rhea.
Possibly if they hurry up. They have
2 weeks.
This week and then next week to get that all set up.
Chris says longest hand in pants segment ever. Gross, Chris. Crazy says, Sophie, I feel bamboozled. All this time we've been calling you by your dog's name. Sophie says, I still don't understand the point of the 24/7 championship.
I don't think there is a point.
Oh, right. Ravi says, you can't polish a turd, but D might be able to. Nope, Ravi, that's all you, buddy. You have a lot of practice at it by telling yourself how great you are in the mirror every day.
Positive reinforcement is okay.
Polishing a turd. He's really good at it for himself. Sophie says, thanks for commenting on my video, Auntie Sonia. Crazy's like, kisses. Okay, that's a weird dynamic, and I don't like it. Yuck. Sophie's like, they could have opened up with a match with Kevin Owens to make this crowd pop.
Yeah, something like that would be fantastic.
Something.
And it still could pick up. Like, it's just early.
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, or just don't give us trash Hello Trish at all.
Well, they had to. I mean, I get it. I get bringing them in because it's their hometown and stuff. But maybe not starting the show out. Or maybe they didn't realize that she was going to bomb like that.
I don't know. Nobody in the crowd really seemed that excited to see her, so I don't understand why she's such a great pick to show up.
Well, when she came out and she said that it's good to be home, like, I get that, yeah, wrestling, but it's like, you live there. Yes, Canada is my home, but, you know, and she's explaining it. It's like, don't explain it, you just get the crowd worked up. If you have to explain what you're doing, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Dumb.
It's like explaining your joke. Because it's your dog. Because it's your dog.
Yes. If the dog is licking your own asshole because you
Yeah,
slathered
oh my
peanut butter
God.
all over it, it's fine because it's your
Ugh.
dog.
Oh, it's a real almost throw up. Holy shit. Asuka's in there. Now, this is an important match, by the way, guys. This is part of that women's tag team tournament.
So important.
The winner of this, however they win, count out, disqualification, or Fruit roll-up, because that's the only 3 that we're going to get in this.
Very, very important.
They are going on to the finals.
The finals.
It's the final
It's so important. So important. It's the most important. Literally.
It's literally the most important match in WWE Tag Team Women's history. Oh, Dewdrop in the back with Nikki ASH.
And Aaliyah over there?
Aaliyah's in the tournament.
Is she? Oh, yeah, because of Raquel. Raquel held that
Dakota.
team the whole time.
Asuka is very easy to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, come here. She's like, what do you not? What do you want? What do you need?
Do you have ramen? Do you have ramen? You have ramen? Okay, I come over. You have ramen. Do you have Hello Kitty?
Oh, there it is. Missile drop kick.
Just kidding.
That's it. 1, 2. Nope. Bliss saves it.
It's definitely not puppies and candy for.
Bliss should have hit
Asuka.
Dakota with the DDT right there and just ended it.
Yeah. She doesn't know how anymore.
Because Dakota is going to be the one that gets pinned if
Bliss
and
the pin
Asuka
happens.
moves forward. But I don't see how either of these teams can. Are they going to just wrestle twice in Cardiff?
Maybe.
Because they've
But
got
it'd
the
be weird.
6-man match, and the winner of this is going to wrestle for the tag team tournament or titles that night, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's going to be the Monday after when they crown champions. Asuka went for that ass block. Nothing home. Dakota with a big boot. 1, 2, and Asuka kicks out. The former world champion. Dakota has never won a world championship. She has had a tag team championship, I do believe, in NXT for the women. I think she was teamed up with Raquel.
Yeah, she was. And then they broke up as besties.
Well, I know. I think they got back together and won them for a minute after the breakup.
Oh, did they?
I think so. They did team up. I just don't know if they were champs. Oh, that's a weird looking move. There's a back fist right there. It looked like the Judas effect. Sliding kick. Here comes Blister. Hit her with that DDT and it's over. Oh, a double DDT!
She's not strong enough
Why
to
is
do
she
a double.
waiting, though? No, she did it. That's it. All she got to do is pin.
No, she has to tag the other person in.
Asuka lock. So Dakota's going out here. Yep. You can count to 100. Oh, no, they're going to tap her out.
And make her tap?
If they can get her arm broke, they got to break that grip. Look behind her. Io's coming back in.
Oh,
That's dumb. Why
ruined
didn't they
it.
just pin her?
Why didn't Bliss get in there soon enough to stop her from getting her?
That's just dumb. Well, I
It's
guess they're
all
not
dumb.
going to. And I figured it was over after the DDT. And then they went further and hit her with another one. And then they tried to submit her instead of just ending it. Here's Twisted Bliss.
Maybe.
She's going to miss.
Ravi says, D, I have to boost myself because you're never going to do it. Why would I do?
What in God's
That is
creation are they doing? Now with Twisted Bliss. Oh,
Jesus.
onto the knees, but Asuka's the legal man.
It's your own responsibility to boost your own self-esteem there, Ravi. Sophie says, how was your weekend off? You got one more weekend before the craziness of wrestling next weekend.
It's going to be a fun one.
Have
that
a
was
weekend off.
I don't think you could botch more than this. So she hit her with 1 out of 3?
Ugh, this is so
What
boring.
in the world is going on here?
Why is this so bad?
So Asuka doesn't know who the legal man is. She's tapping, but she's not legal.
It didn't matter in that one
Io's
match we
behind
saw.
her. Io rolls her up. Here's that fruit roll-up that we all talked about. We knew that was going to happen.
The fruit roll-ups.
18 minutes, 38 seconds. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow.
I'm sorry. I think I lost consciousness. This is just so dumb. Wow.
Well, the time that it went is dumb. It's basically like a pay-per-view match during a Monday Night Raw.
Jesus.
These are supposed to be like entrees, not main events.
Right? Rob was like, if your home crowd ain't excited for you, that says it all. Sophie says it'll be interesting to see what a UK crown is going to be like. And the finals, we don't know when that will take place now.
I have a feeling it's just going to be nice with that UK crowd. They're going to be chanting the whole time. There's going to be all sorts of songs that they know that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
They do really good at those soccer games. They sound like a pack of bees.
Right? Robbie says, D, excited for it. I see. Yeah, totally. Sophie's like, SmackDown got 2.5 million viewers this past Friday. And Robbie says, LO, only coming round for the munch. LO, D, you joker. Sophie's like, they didn't confirm when the finals take place. Crazy's like, bring back Nia Jax. She's already there, dude.
Yeah, you got Esther. She hurts people enough.
Sophie says it'll be interesting to watch wrestling in the afternoon. Chris says, will this match never end? Robbie says, oh, glad Bliss lost. Sophie says, who knows, we might get one more women's.
He's got the world in his hand. He's got the
Whole
wide
world. In his hands, he's got the whole
wide
world. In his hands, he's got the whole
wide world.
world. In his
Is
hands.
that a Bray Wyatt thing?
I don't know.
Is that a hint?
No idea. Anyways, Chris says, yes, Dakota was tag team champ with Gonzalez for that one night. Vindicator says, if the match was smother, people would not mind the time length, but it doesn't take some excitement from the pay-per-view rematch. Robbie's like, nah, Premier League football have some great chants and banter. Sophie says,
Oh,
Dakota
shit!
had
Dolph
a
just
weird
dropped
year.
Finn in one punch.
Nice. Rhea's like... Rhea's face when Dolph left. I don't know if she was trying not to laugh, but she like looked after her, but the camera was kind of on Finn, but you could see her, and she's like... at him, so I don't know if it was because he smelled bad.
Are you gonna
He
stay
smelled
down
good.
Like
There
a
was some
bitch?
stank. I don't know.
So we got Dolph versus Finn.
Yeah.
That could get the crowd involved. No, not one person in the crowd's cheering. Look at the crowd. That's live. Like, people are just like, we're just getting here.
Oh, who's this guy? Oh, stupid. I'm gonna go away now.
Why does he have lips on his pants? Oh, they're not lips. They look like lips.
Sophie's like, Dakota had a weird year. She got put on the shelf, then brought back, then got fired, then got brought back again. Robbie says Finn needs to get smashed. Chris is like a little fruit roll up. Yeah, it's just stupid fruit roll ups. Robbie's like, D with the drunk campfire songs. That's not a campfire song, dude. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Sophie's like, Dolph's storyline is kind of all over the place the past month.
I just know it from Con Air and the creepy dude at the poolside with the little girl
Right?
that he does not hurt
Yeah.
for some
He
reason.
just takes the doll with him. Crazy says, what if they brought back Tyler Reeks, the wrestler who's now trans, and let them wrestle in the women's division? That would boost ratings.
Anyways, it looked like Bianca and Force were at the NASCAR. He's riding with a legend. That would be fun. Go around there at 200 miles an hour.
So, are they making them do all that stuff because...
They're trying to get NASCAR more popular, yes.
And she's the champion and he has to tag along? Because
I don't
he's
think
the
so.
husband, or...
No, I don't think so.
It's just weird.
He's going to be a future champion.
Medicare says they trying to make Dolph a relevant tough guy again interesting, but Canadians mostly pop for fellow Canadians. Sammy and Natty got that on Friday. So he says, do you think Tyler Breeze could come back to the WWE TV?
Well, I mean, anybody can come and wrestle. I don't know if they'll work. I don't know if they're going to be popular. And I don't know if Triple H is stubborn like Vince was, where if they come back and it doesn't work and they're not getting the live reactions, if he'll keep trying it or if he'll just cut it.
Right.
Because there's certain things that just don't work.
True. Crazy's
Whatever
like...
happened to Reginald?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't like him. Crazy's like, D wanted to comment on that Tyler Rex situation, but held it in. Or Chris Akani's like, cringe. And Sophie says, you know who else is a Canadian? We haven't seen him for who knows why. Bobby Roode.
I'd like to see Bobby Roode back with beer money. James Storm, the cowboy. Bring him back.
Crazy says, I think Breeze is coming back soon, Sophie, since he's back on Up, Up, Down, Down. Sophie says, Triple H said on his first day to all the talent that his door is always open. And Chris says, Bobby Roode should come back and attack Dolph.
Yeah, I mean, they could do a storyline there, and people would be interested in it. I don't know how exciting it would be, but it would be interesting for a minute. And if Triple H does things right, he can use a lot of talent and just leave some off every other week.
Right?
And you just cycle it through.
Yeah. Luke's letting me know that Reginald was nursing a leg injury of some type last time I heard anything about him.
I just noticed he was missing.
Missing in action.
Yeah, that
Somebody
guy with
was
a leg
lost.
injury, that's all he is, you know?
Is it just a leg?
Well,
He's just a leg injury.
Yeah, all he does is flip and whatever he does. Somersault.
Flipping?
If you can't jump and you can't land your somersaults, then what is he? Just a little guy that stands there or rolls around, one of the two. I don't know how bad his knee injury is or leg injury.
I don't know. Excuse me. Bobby says, D, any more exciting matches? How the fuck I know?
Yeah, we got Edge versus Damian Priest. That's booked for tonight. You got Finn Balor next with the Dolphster.
Travis is giving you all your excitement, Robbie. This is what you need. All your favorite wrestlers.
I guarantee we're going to see Seth and Riddle again. I don't know if it's going to be in a match, but they're going to be...
Beating each other up somewhere
Right.
in the vicinity of the thing.
They're trying to make Riddle relevant.
Robbie's like, life your leg up. Yeah, life it. And Sophie says,
Life it up.
remember a couple months ago, Bobby Roode and Dolph were hinting a feud between Amos and MVP. They dropped that right away.
Yeah, just dropped it right there. Literally, that was the last time we seen it. I think it was on the stage.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. We haven't seen Amos and MVP for a minute either lately.
Ooh, Moss. Yeah, Moss was on there last week.
Was he?
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
remember.
I seen him on there. I think he was in the back.
I was not paying attention, so if that happened, I don't.
Pay more attention
No.
to what's happening.
Nope.
Game of Thrones. Or what was it called? The House of the Dragon.
House of Dragon. House of the Dragon. Robbie says, do you seem...
Did anybody watch House of the Dragon last night?
Yes.
Thoughts? Opinions?
Sophie
Go.
says, we also... Right. We also could see Dexter Loomis show up again, and is it weird Dolph came back and no mention of Bobby Roode? Guys, we don't know. Maybe he took a hiatus. Maybe he had family issues. No, let the guy just live life.
All right. Decent music that they come out to. So can he be the demon in this, though?
No.
Because he comes out to that music that's his.
Well, he
That's pretty
can't be Finn and the demon. Is he going to have his, like, paranormal shit? Where's Damian Priest? Is he broken?
Damien is getting ready for a match later tonight.
Oh, is he?
Look, it's Edge. I said it 6 times.
Oh, did you? I wasn't paying attention. Luke says House of the Dragon was so good and it's getting pretty good reviews and responses from everywhere. I'm excited for it.
I did watch it. I don't know if it was so good, but it wasn't terrible. Like, I liked it. I'll watch next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Was it so good? Was it so good? Anyways, Ayla says, no, I haven't watched it yet. Did you guys? Yeah, we watched it last night.
Invited some people over.
Travis invited some people over.
I've been trying to figure out a way to get them over here.
I have to take a hiatus a couple Sundays so I can go out to Dad's a little earlier than that, though. So, besides, did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I have finished season 1. I did finish it yesterday.
Travis has read all the books, so.
Season 1 is complete. So, and I am all caught up with the House of the Dragon.
The thing with the House of the Dragons is you don't have to have seen or know anything about Game of Thrones to watch it, so it doesn't matter.
Match has started. Finn Balor in there with Dolph. Yeah, the thing with that, there was a couple scenes that were like, why are those scenes in there? Because the show moved very clean, and then there was a couple things in there that they could have done without.
Right?
Like, you could almost have made that a television show on ABC if you'd have just cut out 2 scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty close. Maybe 3, but yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying, and just clean the language up just a little bit. It's like almost like they were swearing just to be cool, like their parents, they're 18 and I'm going to swear anyways. Because it wasn't like they just, some people can swear and it's cool. Mm-hmm. It wasn't happening. Like, it didn't sound cool when they were doing it.
Not cool.
Big punches right there by Finn Balor as he takes Dolph down. Finn Balor has to win this, right? Like, handedly. But with Triple H in charge, it's going to be a 35-minute match.
Right? Well, Robbie wants to know what value does Edge bring in this feud. I don't know what feud he's talking about.
With Damien, Damien got kicked out of the group. He is the whole storyline. They wouldn't be a group without Edge.
Oh, he meant Edge got kicked out of the group, not Damien. Sophie says with
Dolph into the corner. Go ahead.
With certain shows and movies, I sometimes listen to the critics.
I try my hardest not to, and the only reason is because I don't agree with Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't know if there's other critics out there, but when I look at Rotten Tomatoes scores, if it's above 38 or something, I usually don't like that movie.
Right.
And then there are some that are a rare exception that will get a higher one, but they're usually classics. And then they get a 99, and I'm like, was it that good? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like an older, like in 60s or 50s
Yeah.
movie or something, and it's got a 99. I'm like, is it that good? I mean, I know it's good, but it's not that good. So it's like nostalgia or something. But
Right.
half the time they're like, that movie's stupid. And I'm like, that's one of the greatest movies of all time. And it got like a 15 or something on Rotten Tomatoes. So I definitely look at Rotten Tomato score, but it has to be under a certain number on there if I'm going to watch it.
True that.
I wonder what they gave Porky's.
I don't know. Chris says Bobby Roode should attack Theory, then challenge him for the Money in the Bank briefcase at Castle and win. Later in the night, Drew versus Reigns. Roode cashes in, makes triple threat Fiend returns, attacks Reigns. A lot of hopes and dreams going to be dashed
I like
at Clash
fantasy.
at the Castle, I think. Ravi says Ayla was waiting for an invite, and Ayla says, nice, I'll watch it soon. Game of Thrones is one of my favorites. Chris says Cross attacks Drew, and Roode gets the pin on Reigns. 1, 2, 3, new champ. Yes. And Luke says, compared to the final season of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons is infinitely better.
I've only seen season 1.
Ayla says, Ayla lurks in the background because I'm busy. So
And I feel like it's on par with the first season of Game of Thrones, right? Like, it's not...
It's a setup for
It's
stories.
not high, it's not low, it's just a...
They got to start
story.
somewhere to set it up, right?
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting that they moved so quick.
Oh, I thought you were
With
going
the
to give
story.
a spoiler. I was like, shh. But yeah.
From the previews, the way that they made the previews, some of the story looked like it was further into the season,
Right.
not right away. So it was just kind of like, whoa, they did that real fast.
Yeah.
Sophie says, I tried watching Game of Thrones and couldn't get into it. Crazy says, bet no one has seen House of Thrones, though. Ha! It was like, good, Luke. The last season was rushed. Sophie says, Raw last week beat the series finale of Better Call Saul with the ratings. Chris says, terrible new theme from Balor. Sophie says, I don't know, Game of Thrones was a book.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called Fire and Ice.
It was like, you didn't know that, Sophie? House of the Dragons is also books. Robbie says, Ayla, you forgot Sophie is the go-to all facts and info, lol. Yeah, like the House of the Dragons ones are what? Ice and Fire or Fire and Ice or... No, that's what you just said.
That's Game of Thrones, yeah.
What's the one with the dragons then? What's that one? I think Ayla said it the
I
other
have it
day.
in my queue.
Sophie says, some shows and movies I agree with the critics. Ayla says, well, Ravi, haha. Crazy says, when does the dragon actually eat the house? Ayla says, the first 5 minutes, Auntie.
3rd episode.
Crazy says, so cliche. Ravi says, don't be surprised to see a washed-up Anthony Joshua in WWE soon.
Did you see his promo that he cut after he lost? His WWE style. Even the announcer said, with his WWE style
Did he say
promo.
that?
That's what they
funny.
literally said on
Oh,
TV.
jeez.
Literally said that.
Literally. Fantastic. Chris says Finn thinks he's Jeff with that towel. Sophie says, in other times I disagree with the reviews. Like, I don't know what they are talking about. It says it's a big dragon, though, in a small house. It says Dance of the Dragon, I think. Crazy says, oh, now that puts a twist on it. Ravi says, don't know who's more worse, Brian or Finn. They have about the same style.
No, Finn moves way quicker. His pace is...
His pace is quicker, but their style is kind of the same. Ayla says, definitely a big twist. You won't expect it. Sophie says the first hour of Raw is almost done. It feels like Raw just started. Jesus. It feels like it should be ending, Sophie. I feel like I've been here for at least 20 minutes.
Dolph neck
longer
first
than I
to that
need to
top
be.
turnbuckle right there. And then Finn's, I don't know, whatever that's called, chin driven right down in the top of Dolph's head.
Chin driven.
Break his teeth.
Chin, chin, chin. Chim, chim, true.
Rhea decided to show a lot of skin. Remember, she started doing that. What was that? SummerSlam? Money in the Bank? When was that pay-per-view that she started showing skin? She hasn't went back since.
I don't remember.
Way better than those black pants she used to wear. Whoa, Dolph right on top of him. Got him in the corner. Oh, wow, he's punching fast. You're supposed to do it slow so the crowd can chant and get into it. Nobody cares about you, Dolph. There's like 4 people in the crowd chanting or cheering. I'm not kidding. Look at the crowd.
I know, it was really dead
You guys
earlier,
at home,
too.
look at the crowd during this match. It's like they're sitting on their hands.
Well, it's usually a good place to put them.
Maybe it's just cold up there already. And they're warming up their hands.
Oh, that's funny.
There's a scattered chant. Dude, they need to, like, rearrange the crowd or something. Look at, like, not one person in the first, like, 12 rows are
They aren't
cheering.
even looking. They don't even care. Fire and Blood is the name.
Fire and blood.
Fire and Blood is the book.
All right. Finn Balor driving that foot down into him.
Supposedly it's just like a history, fictional history written
Yeah.
by somebody. But the Rise of the Dragon is chronicles the creation of the rise of the Targaryen power in Westeros, covering
Is
the
that
history.
the 1800 year ago one?
Uh,
2. Dolph almost had him right there. Kicks him. Hurricane Rana. Bam. Little power bomb. 1, 2. Dolph kicks out. So Dolph and Rhea were basically wearing the same coat. In the back, I just realized that. They both had the spikes
yeah,
on.
they have the spiky stuff.
Twins, Basil, twins. We're already over 9 minutes. 9.5 minutes. All right, Finn Balor got him right here. Dolph, big drop kick. Still can elevate. Dolph can still get it done in his old age. 1, 2. Finn Balor kicks out. That DDT didn't hit solid. That's probably why he couldn't get him. It's called a botch.
Botching. Botchity botch botch.
Dolph, flying kick. Finn Balor, there it is. I don't know what he's doing here. Picks him up. Dolph over the top. 1916 miss, but there's the famouser. That's probably it. 1, 2, 3. No! Dolph couldn't get him right there. Finn kicks out. Scotiabank.
Scotiabank.
You deal with Scotiabank at work.
No idea even what that is.
It's in Nova Scotia. I don't know.
Ayla's like flopping wieners, flopping wieners, flopping wieners, right? So as I remember the show, Community, the creator behind it, is going to make the movie. Crazy says, during the commercials, Travis and Dee should wrestle each other. Gross.
Arm wrestle.
So he says Dee and Travis should team up and wrestle their dogs. Can only do it with one.
One's crippled. I can't wrestle him anymore.
Crazy
I used to
says
wrestle him all the
even
time.
better. Yeah, this says a theme song to Game of Thrones, according to South Park, Flopping Wieners. It's a very, very particular theme song. Yes, that's true.
I think there's going to be more wieners or something in the future because I've seen season 1 and I only saw like 2 wieners.
Robbie says Dolph is the
Zigzag.
love child of
1,
HBK
2,
and Chris
3.
Jericho.
No, Finn kicked out. Who
Is
is?
he?
The-
Dolph is the love child of HBK and Chris Jericho.
Maybe.
So he says his crowd has the same look Dee does whenever Edge is on TV. Robbie says his crowd is dead. Even CPR could not revive it. Crazy says Dolph needs a song change. Believe it or not, music perception is a thing.
Yeah, entrances are important, but they don't play the music while the match is going on. By the way, the Canadian crowd is coming alive. If you look at the crowd now, they're standing up and chanting. Oh, they're sitting back down.
They're like, and done.
They were saying holy shit. They like to swear up in Canada.
Ayla says, not a whole lot of flopping wieners through the show. Sophie says, have you noticed that Raw goes by quicker unlike before, or is it just me?
Yeah, well, the matches are longer. Anytime a match is longer, the show's going to feel shorter. Unless it's a Daniel Bryan match. That'll ruin your day. Those 60-minute matches with him.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea just hit him. It's over. 1916. In your head. In your head. Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
That song's about 1916 also. Coup de grace. Dolph's done. 1, 2, 3.
Sophie wants to know if there's a time difference in Canada.
Well, yeah, they have time zones.
They have the same time zones we do. Ayla says Jordan's mom calls it porn, so she won't watch it. Rob is like, oh, you watch porn, Ayla, with your mother-in-law? Oh, go on.
I mean, what did I call it last night? Porn with clothes on or something?
Something like that.
It's not necessarily porn.
Yeah.
I don't consider it porn.
Right.
Scotiabank.
Scotiabank. Sophie says, we still need to see that Bianca Rhea feud that we were robbed of in the beginning of the summer. Ayla says, no, I don't. She won't watch anything with anyone naked. Haha.
She doesn't like naked bits.
She doesn't like the naked bits. Crazy says, D sings Motley Crue shout at the devil in the shower. Sing in the shower. Sophie says, I want to see a pay-per-view being held in Canada at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. That. I want to see one in Europe, too, which we are going to see here pretty soon, so.
Complimentary. You mean Barbara Kell just does all the work?
Yeah.
Imagine that. So complimentary. It's a good thing. Yes. Are they, Bailey? That's fantastic.
Stupid. I'm going to go with stupid. More Stratus.
Oh, great. More bad talking.
Aaliyah Bailey tonight. Done. I guess her knee's better. We're going to have Bailey's first match back. Aaliyah's going to get smoked.
She's going to get her ass handed to her.
Oh, there's security again. Pay attention in the back. Sheesh!
Shoosh. Shoosh your face. Shoosh it all the way. It's the Alpha Academy.
It is Alpha Academy. Otis.
Okay. Robbie was like, so WWE is a no-no in your house, Ayla. Crazy says, D, what's wrong with shower singing? I didn't see anything was wrong with it. I just don't do it. Chris says Finn and Rhea should be in a women's tag tournament.
Sometimes when I get in there, you know, because I do the cold, I have to sing or something. Like, I'm like, bah!
Sophie says WrestleMania was held in Canada before I could see one of the major pay-per-views take place in Canada.
Money in the Bank would be fun.
It says, it has a naked bits, it's porn. It doesn't matter what it is, plastic surgery porn. Robbie says LOD, getting annoyed with Bailey, and Crazy says Robbie sings Beware of the Boys in the Shower. Robbie says Aaliyah gonna hold unicorn against Bailey.
You need to take her on a cruise, like a naked cruise, but have them not know, and then just spike her drink and just have fun with it. Don't do that, but we don't. Wrestling Gab doesn't.
We don't
Want
condone
date
putting date rape drugs in people's drinks, Travis.
Just saying.
It's a personal choice.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
But in this hypothetical world, it would be fun.
It looks like Robbie cries in the shower while he scrubs the ball sweat print off his face. Somebody says, so Survivor Series is the final pay-per-view of the year unless they add a pay-per-view out of nowhere in December.
Yeah. November 26th. Should be a good one. We have no idea who the champions are going to be. Roman's going to be out there with himself. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a crazy match.
So I guess Papa John's decided that they couldn't let Papa Murphy's have something, so they made bowls too. That's funny. Papa Murphy calls them keto bowls.
Oh, for keto?
Yeah, it's just sauce and cheese and meats. So there's no crust. So.
Well, that's pretty cool. It's probably sugar-free then.
It would depend on what meat you put in it and what sauce you used. Ayla says, yeah, that's what we should do, Travis. Ha ha ha. I was like, Ayla, your ball sweat is all I need. Ayla's like, she's just insecure. Sophie says, we could see John Cena wrestle at Survivor Series or make a cameo appearance.
Little demon.
Cool.
Little demon on Hulu.
Stream your stuff. Robbie's like, sounds revolting, D. LOL. It's just a pizza without a crust, my man. And they put it in a bowl. That's it. Crazy says, Ayla sings Linkin Park crawling in the shower. And Robbie says, no John Cena talk, please.
Boom.
Make the most of yours.
Working on it.
That's the definition of a criminal. Commit crimes equal criminal. Doesn't mean you can't be reformed. You just are a criminal no matter what.
Why is he deformed? Because half of his face is frozen? That's
reformed and not deformed. Maybe he had a stroke. Maybe he got shot in the brain. I don't know what happened to him. Cody's in the chat, though. Hey, Cody says, hey, y'all. Sophie says with Survivor Series, they could plant the seeds for both the Rumble and Mania like the good old days.
Yeah, they could if they could figure out how to make it work.
Cody wants to know, what's been going on Raw tonight?
Trish Stratus, mostly. A lot of Trish Stratus tonight. And the girls. We had the first, or not first, I guess, second round of the women's tag team tournaments with Asuka and Bliss versus the Control, and Control won that. Mm-hmm. And then we had a long match with Finn Balor and Dolph, and that's literally where we're at. And it looks like in the back they're chasing, what's his name around again?
Seth and Riddle are going around.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, Loomis?
Yeah, Dexter Loomis. They're chasing him around again.
Oh.
It seems like a common occurrence there on Raw.
Mm. Robbie says, what we giving Raw out of 10?
So far, it's par for the course, 5, 6. Just
Crazy
normal.
says, Sophie, what year did you start watching wrestling? And Robbie says 5 so far. Looks like Raw is only 1 hour and out of 3, so why rate it now?
I mean, we get Bailey later against Leah. That should be pretty good. Oh, well, that's not going to be good. Bailey will carry her and then beat her, but it's still going to be another women's match. Master Gable is talking, so sheesh.
He's got an important thing to say. They're taking in new students? Oh,
new Stooges.
Oh, great.
Why would you want
Canada?
Canadians?
Looks like now you say so far, Elle. Cody says, I really hope Rhea gets into Dom's head. That would be a good storyline in my eyes. Like Rhea can seduce Ray into joining them. Ew. Sophie's
It'd probably be Dominic, but yeah. I don't see Ray going that way.
Sophie says, will we see The Rock return to set up his Mania feud at some point? Cody says, Dom, I meant to say... Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sophie says, I've seen mixed reports about AEW Dynamite going to 1 hour. I don't know why that's rumors a thing.
They can't afford it. If they went to 1 hour, it would just be done. That would be the end of it.
They might as well not even be on TV
They already
anymore.
have too much talent that they can't put on. Why are they making fun of Tampa Bay?
I have no idea.
There he
They found
goes.
no talent
Which
in
is
Canada.
the truth. That's why I said right then. I was like, why would you go to Canada to look for talent? Shoosh.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin Matthews. Anybody know who that is?
Yeah, does everybody
Is
out
that
there
an
know who
NXT
he
guy?
is? Ew. Rob says, oh, why they just like to Canada, little America? Nobody doesn't like Canada. Everybody really likes French Canada.
It's the best Canada.
Luke says, because people who suck up rumors like a vacuum will read it, Sophie. That's true. Cody says, do you think Triple H could bring back the fist for SmackDown if he wanted to?
He can do whatever he wants. That's weird. That's funny, though. I do remember that. They had a big fist on the stage.
Oh, that's
Just
just
kind of
dumb.
coming through.
Vindicator says Gable is kind of weird looking. Big ears, small eyes, football shaped head, lol. But he is such a Chad with that talent for being obnoxious.
Right?
It's a good thing his name's Chad then, huh?
Thank you. I'm actually digging his character now. I didn't like this guy at all.
Right? But now that he's kind of a weirdo douche.
Love it. He's like the 80s jock kid. Robert Downey Jr. type.
Sophie says he's seen that
Kevin
AEW
Owens!
Dynamite going to an hour on a couple websites. I don't know where that rumor started. As Ayla says, a rumor vacuum. Rumor vacuum.
Well, there's an open challenge, and
Why is it
it's
all
accepted.
man's looking like, hey, Arnold. Oh, don't insult Hey Arnold. Cody's like, do you miss the Otis and Mandy storyline? Yes,
No.
I do. I miss
Do
it
ya?
a lot. I miss it every day. I think about it all the time.
So there is some Canadian talent. This is the best Canada has to offer.
Is Kevin Owens?
Yes.
It's good. It's good to know.
Isn't he not the best Canadian right now?
They seem to like him, I guess.
I feel like he's a top 10 guy in WWE.
I was like, yo, do you know about Hey Arnold?
Unless you consider
You're
Brock a
talking about
Canadian
the
now.
cartoon? Yeah, I know. Hey Arnold.
I thought it was
Arnold.
That's funny. I thought it was like
Arnold.
a 70s sitcom or something.
No, this is a cartoon from like the 90s. Maybe 2000s. Ayla says, are you Arnold, Robbie?
There it is.
Cody says,
It's
do you
official.
want Sammy as a face or a heel more?
Hill, definitely. If he turned face, it would just be, probably wouldn't even like him anymore. Because it would get rid of his whole character. I like that whole Fidel Castro thing that he's got going, and the whole
I want him
trying
back
to
in
join-
his fatigues.
trying to
His
join
green-
the Usos.
His green fucking
He wants to be part of the bloodline.
hat and stuff. He's like, I just want to belong. It's like, dude.
Let me fit in. But yeah, he'll probably join Kevin Owens, and then they'll be good guys together for a while.
That seems weird.
It'll be boring for a minute, but they'll turn on each other. Kevin will either turn on him or he'll turn on Kevin.
Right?
But that's, a year away for the turn. All right, Kevin Owens in the side chinlock. Otis on the outside, like, reenacting the match. Kevin Owens, Otis would be kind of a fun little match if they decide to go that route after Chad Gable loses this in a few minutes. Because Kevin's not losing at home. Give me that cauliflower ear, buddy. Smacks.
Bobby says with that girl who used to stalk Arnold, Yeah. Can't remember her name, though.
He stalked. They had cartoons of kids stalking kids.
She loved him. Secretly. But she was really mean to him.
Uh-huh.
They were just kids in, like, elementary school.
Whoa! Clothesline by Kevin Owens.
His, like, parents, like,
Backdrop.
went somewhere and they're, like, on a trip, like, all the time or something. And they never come back, and he's living with his grandparents, and his grandparents own, like, a boarding house.
Uh-huh.
And they're really weird. But all the boarding house people are nice.
Kevin Owens to the outside. Chad Gable throws him over. Look at that suplex. Shoosh!
It's funny.
Spend your whole life doing Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman. Vindicator's like, objectively, Dalitha, who would you say is in the best shape? Otis, Kevin, or Travis? Technically, I would say Travis. And the reason why I say that is because Kevin Owens might have a dad bod as well, but his belly is like hard and like beer gut belly, and that's really bad for you. So
Otis is stronger than I am.
he is stronger. He's like a strong man, kind of like, I guess, strong or whatever, but he reminds me of the Humpty Dumpty guys from Alice in Wonderland.
The Oompa Loompas or whatever they're called.
No.
Frickin' Frack.
Yeah, those guys.
The only reason I know that is because me and my cousin were always called Frickin' Frack, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh, yeah, it's not them. That's not their names. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Ayla says, stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Right? Looks like KO got his old Titan Tonight video back. Interesting. Yeah, Luna's back. Luna's in the chat tonight. Says, I miss the 90s of my childhood. Robbie's like, Ayla, I'm not white with a football-shaped head with yellow hair. LOL. Sophie's like, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did have a moment after SmackDown went off the air. Ayla says, afraid to leave the stoop. That line from Hey Arnold will live in my head forever. Robbie says, KO fired up. Good match so far.
Yes.
Ayla's like, you're not Robbie. I think you just look like him. Cody says, what's up with the 24/7 title? Did they drop it finally? No, Dana's still the 24/7 title champion.
She's just in that tournament. Or
the tag title.
Well, now she's back in the tournament. They were out of it, but now they're back in it because they're going to be in that fatal four-way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
On Friday.
Chris says, great. KO old t-shirt and video screen. Robbie says, cheers, Ayla. Sophie says, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It looks like they are slowly setting up their reunion.
Yep.
Robbie says, Otis trimmed up. Indicator says, Otis is sort of a shorter Braun Strowman. Cody says, I always thought Otis looks like Chris Farley in a way.
A little bit. Oh, yeah.
It says, Arnold's parents were explorers and had disappeared on a humanitarian mission to San Lorenzo. Google said they talk about it in season 3. That's right. I knew that they had went off to do something and they left him with his grandparents. I just can't remember what they were. Ravi says, Ayla, and you look like the girl, the stalker, LOL. It was like, thanks. I can't remember her name. I can see the cartoon of her in my head, but I can't tell you what her name is. Sophie says the 24/7 championship should be called the catering championship. And Walter is in the chat again. Says, good Raw tonight. Hey, Walter, good to see you.
It is a good
How
Raw
was your
tonight.
weekend, Walter? Sophie says, I used to watch Hey Arnold, but I don't remember every detail.
I don't remember it at all, but I'm sure I'd probably seen it if it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Ravi Helga, that's her name. Thanks, Ravi Helga, the stalker. I knew it was a weird name, but I was like, I can't remember what it is.
Is that the wind?
I don't know. Maybe. Might want to check your flag and see if it's dying. Sophie says, who remembers the Rugrats? Remember the Rugrats?
I kind of remember that.
It was like me either, Sophie. Google told me, as I mentioned.
The only show I liked on Cartoon Network was Johnny Bravo.
I like that and the Powerpuff Girls. I like Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory.
Remember Dexter?
I watched Hey Arnold. I'll still watch all those, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll pop them on and watch them even to this day.
Yeah, my friends are watching it. That should that channel had just barely came out.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's not letting go.
It's funny, Ayla mentions that that's the line that she'll remember. Line in a movie I'll always remember. Forever.
Sandlot.
Forever. Forever. But you have to say it like that. If you don't, nobody will get it. Walter says, okay, at 9:35 p.m. I'm going to be here Wednesday at 8 p.m. for AEW. But for now, I'm still here. Walter's like, Ayla's funny in chat. Sophie says, I used to watch both Disney Channel and Nickelodeon when I was younger. Vindicator says, I think Helga and Olga are traditional German names. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Helga's older sister is Olga, which is even funnier. Cody says, I saw Bailey's outfit. Is it me or is she copying Lita's look?
Who knows what she's doing? I think she's still in the process of getting in shape after being down for a while with that knee injury.
Yeah. It'll be interesting if they really do have that match. Her and Aaliyah.
Yeah. Yeah, if it goes to all the way
If
through.
it actually goes to an actual match. It looks like Walter is my cheerleader, and I'm here for it. Walter says, oh, geez, the Sandlot. See, Walter knows. Yeah, see? Sophie says about the Fairly Odd Parents. Watch that one, too. Cody says, my favorite Disney movie has to be Holes. Yeah, I don't
know if I know that one. Frog Splash from across the ring. 1, 2. Gable kicks it.
Go, Chad. Ugh. Chris says, hello, Johnny Bravo. Hello, 911. There's a handsome man in my house. Oh, wait, cancel that. It's just me. Why is our Travis using a few Johnny Bravo lines? That's how it picked up D.
Probably back in the day.
No.
I'll have to watch it again. I forgot. I mean, I know he kind of talked like Elvis. My friends used to say that was me. Like, it's me. But I didn't talk like Elvis.
Yeah, so another line for me is survive, but I can't say it like it's so the movie because I'm in chat.
Right. Survive. Is that from
Tropic
Thunder?
Uh-huh.
I didn't think she'd like that show. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's
That's
the wind.
wind.
You might want to go. You want to go do that real quick while this is still on?
What?
Or do you want to wait until the
I'll
commercial?
just wait till commercial.
Okay. Oh,
Why?
Chad, he's going onto the top rope there, Ravi. Ow, he flew.
Wow,
Oh, and he
flying
missed.
headbutt.
Oh, is that a headbutt?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I figured he just
1,
missed him.
2. Kevin kicks out.
That's craziness.
There's a pimp in the front row right there.
All right.
Big old chain, padlock looking thing on it. Big
Oh, that's
pimp hat.
weird. I didn't know they had those in Canada.
Yeah, they have hose.
They have hose. They have hose.
We don't have any here, but they have some up there.
That's what they say. Why says
Happiness is around every corner.
Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness.
This is another line from, I read that. Sophie says, I don't have a fave Disney movie, I don't think. Robbie says, great match. Walter says, go Kevin Owens, win this. Sophie says, I like The Sandlot, that was a good movie. I read the book Holes and saw the movie Holes, not a big fan of both. My favorite Disney movie is probably Justin Morgan Had a Horse. And the original, The Incredible Journey.
There's so many Disney movies that I like. I don't think I could list them all.
Like, those would be probably my top favorites because I watched them all the time.
Right.
That's why I say they're probably my favorites. Especially Justin Morgan Had a Horse.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
No,
Chad
Gable
got out
kicks
of that one too. He was not going to,
Why are we calling
but
him
he
Chad?
did.
That's so weird. I don't think of him as Chad.
Robbie's like, great match. Walter's like, go, Kevin Owens, win this. Sophie says, I like The Sandlot. That was a good movie. Oh, I read those. Cody says, Holes has Shia LaBeouf in it. That's before he was famous. Vindicator says, hey, Travis is all out the next AEW pay-per-view.
It is. Gable,
That's
nobody
on
was home.
Labor Day weekend, by the way.
Yeah, it's a Sunday on Labor Day, and the Saturday is the WWE's Cardiff show.
Clash at the Castle.
Clash at the Castle.
During the day, so you can all party on Saturday night.
1, 2, and 3.
And Kevin Owens pins Chad bad.
With an 11-minute match.
Walter
11,
says Becky
11.
Lynch is still... Oh, Otis attacked Kevin Owens, though. Now he's stepping on him.
Yeah, they're going to set that up. I seen that coming because it makes sense. It's a good match. And if they push Otis like they can...
Right.
Because we haven't seen Otis get pinned since he's come to Raw, and that was over a year ago. Have you seen him get pinned? I don't think I've seen him get pinned in a year or more.
Kevin? Or Otis?
Otis.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he got pinned not too long ago. But maybe he hasn't had a match with anybody to get pinned.
Oh, no, he hasn't. Otis throwing him in the ring. Following Kevin in.
Sophie, seriously? Let's know about Mice and Men. Which was better, book or movie? Book.
Never seen the movie, but the book is
The book
classic.
is always going to be better. Cody says they can make a movie that's good, but it'll never be better than an actual book.
Right. Yeah, like how Mice of Men starts, and they're talking about the stream and the leaves and the dew dripping off of it. Like, you can't get that in a movie. All they can do is show you a leaf and a river or a creek.
Mm-hmm.
They can't describe what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And so your imagination is better than just seeing it. Like when you're in the mountains and you look around, you're not, I mean, some people are, but it's not poetry, but to some it could be.
Right.
But in a book, when you're walking through that forest, in order for you to see what's happening, it is poetry, it is magic.
Right. Cody says favorite horror movie is Halloween 1978, favorite DC is Dark Knight, favorite Marvel is Avengers Endgame. He was like, they messed up in Fairly Odd Parents. They had a map. They had a map in one episode and put Canada down by Florida for an embarrassing amount of time. That's where I thought Canada was. That's awesome. Robbie's like, who cares about Becky when we have underwhelming Trish? Walter's like, Trish Stratus on Raw. I hope she fights. I don't think she's going to fight tonight, Walter. She's been trying to talk trash, but she's not very good at it.
Hey, maybe she'll take Aaliyah's spot.
Ayla says any amount of time to think that is embarrassing. Robbie says never seen Fairly Odd Parents. It was like, I liked Holes. It was cute. It had Shia LaBeouf in it when he was younger. I'd say a little bit after he was in Even Stevens. Walter says Kevin Owens won. Okay. Robbie's like, Kevin going ham. And Sophie says, by the time Clash at the Castle is over, it will be nighttime in the USA. I don't know about the UK.
I don't think so.
By the time it's over, it'll be like evening, like early evening.
It'll be about 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern.
It's going to be in the afternoon for us, and I'm okay with it. I could go do whatever.
What's Rhea saying?
She wants to beat up people until they realize that they're the best, I guess.
Hey, there's Damien.
Oh, that's nice.
6-1 mine.
Oh, Lord. Oh, good. Crazy says Lashley pinned Otis in a gauntlet.
Oh, that's right.
Sophie says, I don't think I watched every Even Stevens episode. Walter says, how's Leopold the kitten? Good. He's just sitting on top of the cable box, staring at Travis like he's going to kill him. It's creepy. Ayla says, in one case, the movie was better than the book. Stephen King, Room 1408, is a boring short story book. Movie was way better. Yeah, I could see that. Robbie says, could anyone cope if SmackDown was 3 hours? No, I would die. Crazy says, Stephen King is a book. Ayla's like, he is a book, huh? Robert Warney's in the chat. Hey, Robert says, what's up, y'all? Wrestling time. Yeah, it's wrestling time. Sophie says, I like original Transformers movies. Crazy says, LOL, just kidding. Steven's awesome. Walter's like, Edge for the win. Yeah, you going for Edge later on there, Walter? Sophie says, never heard of 1408. Chris says, since we are always talking about armpit matches, how about an asshole match? Who would win, CM Punk or Vince McMahon? Basically, who is a bigger a-hole? Vince McMahon. CM Punk's just a loser. Ayla says, watch it, Sophie, it's pretty good. Ravi says, Rhea has that face that needs a slap with a wet fish. Gross. And Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Well, thanks for hanging with us for a little bit, Walter. You have a great rest of your night, and we will see you on Wednesday. It was like night. Walter Vindicator says, I think Ravi believes that Aaliyah is about to get rinsed, LOL. Sophie says, I thought Aaliyah was a SmackDown superstar. I didn't know it really mattered. It's very strange. Anyways, it's just a commercial, you guys. Travis is going out to check on the wind. He wants to make sure that his new flagpole doesn't get ruined, I guess. It was like I slapped my coworker with a side of salmon. Like you threw it in his face and slapped him with it, or you literally slapped him with a raw fish. Was it a whole fish? Did you pick up the whole fish and slap him in the face with it? Just curious. Just want to know. 20% off pickup orders if you order online. Yeah, can you do it again? Robbie's like, hello, Finn. Aaliyah will always get rinsed. It's not very nice. Such gross commercials. Ayla says, no, I literally held that salmon and slapped him in the face. It was Adam. It's a side of fish cut in half. Oh, that's nasty. He probably liked it, though. He's probably used to that smell. Sophie's like, oh, right. Ayla's a butcher. It was like hot dog cut. Ew. Robbie's like, D, better get ordering. Then don't want to miss out on what? What are we ordering? Sandwiches? It's weird. Arby's has got their prime rib steak sandwich, you guys. You better go get one. That's just weird. So weird. Ayla says, I'm not a butcher, Sophie. And Sophie says SmackDown will be going to FS1 for the first game of the World Series in October. Robbie says, Ayla, a bully at work. Ayla's like, I'm a cashier at a butcher shop, technically. Vindicator says, how does anyone even carry a raw, smelly fish into a non-fish making establishment and not get yelled out of the building? Oh, I guess Ayla has got that swag, that clout. Ayla's like, I can't get fired to do what I want. Chris says, another asshole match, Liv Morgan or Ronda. They're both pansy asses. There's no such thing as an asshole even in any of that situation.
I just took it down.
Did ya?
It's so windy, even when I lowered it, it looked like a bow and arrow.
Oh, did it?
Because now the flag's in the middle, so the top was pulling even harder.
Oh, yeah, it sounded like it was pretty windy out there.
And it probably can handle it. I might just have to put a littler flag on.
Yeah. Ayla says we sell fish, salmon, halibut, cod, ahi, tuna. What?
Tell me what they sell, or did you ask?
Nope. She's just saying.
I want fish.
You had fish. Did you eat it all?
No, I have like a whole thing of. There's enough for me tomorrow.
I think the only one out of that you would want to eat is halibut.
Why is the other
And
one
salmon.
lean or not fat?
It's salmon and halibut,
Tuna's
cod,
fat.
and
I don't
ahi tuna isn't fatty.
I don't know what ahi tuna is.
Ahi tuna is like a yellowfin tuna. It's like a
Doesn't
really,
it?
it's like ginormous tuna. They use it a lot in sushi and stuff.
Oh, here it is. Bailey's coming out right now. Bailey has a match. Dream match right here for a lot of people.
Going up against Aaliyah.
Did anything happen when I was gone?
No, it was a commercial.
Did anybody show up
No,
after
it was
Judgment Day? Okay.
No, it was a commercial the whole time, and they didn't do anything. Chris says I'll ask Travis who he would want to see in an asshole match.
Ew.
Sophie says, oh, right now, ow. Oh, right now that WWE holds pay-per-views on Saturday. We usually have Multiverse Gab by having Ayla and T here while Travis is nowhere to be found. Robbie says, why does the commentator look like B-Tech Triple H?
Oh my God. That
Sniff?
is so funny you said that. He looks just like Triple H. I was going to say something about it right at the beginning of the show, but I didn't think anybody else would see it. Yes, he looks just like him, and I have no idea what. Is this going to happen? Bailey literally looks like she hasn't wrestled in 10 years and she's back out of retirement. Like a one and done.
Right.
She does not look like a wrestler.
Who, Bailey?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. She'll be fine.
Ayla says, Travis, would you eat ahi tuna?
I will eat any.
Technically,
Is less.
you have to eat it raw. If you pan sear it, the side, but you eat the middle raw, it's so good. Yeah, you can't cook it, really. Because
it turns poisonous?
No, if you cook it, it's gross. Like, it's not good. It's, like, disgusting. I know that, and I don't even eat it. Vindicator says this time next, Dalitha will overtake Ronda as the new baddest baddie on the planet in this universe. That's on the other side of the Milky Way, LOL.
We had some interesting arguments over the weekend here at the house during the UFC
You're talking
fights.
about your cousin.
My cousin Tony honestly believes that a girl could beat him up. He honestly thinks that Rhea Ripley could be, not Rhea Ripley.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, double R's, could beat him up in a fight. Oh.
That's funny.
I even was texting him last night about stuff. I just kept it going.
Right.
And he's like, strength has nothing to do with it. I'm like, it has everything to do with it. It's at least 98%. There's technique involved. I was like, not when they're 130 pounds. You don't need technique. Oh. 1, 2. How this match has went this long, I have no idea. But we are over 2 minutes right now. Is Bailey getting old? Is she not knowing how to do this anymore? Are they chanting Bailey sucks? Let's go Bailey. Bailey sucks.
Right?
Mixed reviews in the audience.
Riley says, tuna, never eaten that, but have had tuna. Tuna?
Ina gotten tuna, is that what it was called?
Tuna. Tuna? You've ever had tuna? Chris says, Bayla. Sophie says, and you don't hear Triple H ripping scripts and rewriting the show as the day goes on. Maybe he should, because some of these really suck butthole. Ayla says, I just put it in a pan and cook it on both sides for about 30 to 45 seconds, depending on how thick it is. You turn it on its sides and cook them too. Let it cool, then slice it up.
And you just have raw fish in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Like raw?
Yes, like it's raw. But that's the type of fish it's for. It's literally for that.
Why do you keep telling me that?
Because that's how they eat it.
I don't... Who are they?
Mostly Asians. Mostly Asian culture eat tuna, and they usually eat it in sushi. They use it in rolls, ups, things, right. Sushi
Bailey
rolls,
hits her with
that
big clothesline. Now she's got her in a chin lock. In the old days, they'd be all searching, checking under there to see if it wasn't a chokehold, but they allow chokes now, so. In my day, they didn't allow chokeholds.
Just on the girls or on everybody?
No, in all matches.
Oh, that's dumb.
And so guys would like slip a choke when the ref wasn't looking.
Mm-hmm. Robbie's like Bailey looking sharp with her moves. Chris says, yeah, Shotzi gets a second chance in a tag match. Robbie's like Bailey in control. Ayla says, if you cook it all the way through, it's basically unedible. Like, it gets chewy, and it's just hard to eat, and it loses all of its flavor.
Like steak.
Sophie says, I'm surprised we haven't seen Tegan Knox back yet. And Chris says, Aaliyah's crying. Ayla says, it's safe to eat raw. It's temperature treated. They have to get it down to a certain coldness, but it's good. You just look it up. Robbie says Bailey would go all night. She looks the type. Ew. Sophie says, I could see Ayla burning down her new home already with her cooking. Ayla's like, Sophie, coming from someone who doesn't know how to cook, I'll ignore that. And Sophie's like, I use the microwave and sometimes the toaster. The two things in your house that will cause a fire. Good job.
Do microwaves cause fire?
Yes,
I
they
saw
will.
somebody burn some flowers in one today.
They started on fire. Yes, they will. Microwaves sometimes will catch on fire. Toasters definitely catch on fire. The reason why, do you know?
The food collects in the bottom and it's not cleaned out.
Yep, because people are too stupid to realize that their toaster has a little compartment that you take out of it for the crumbs to clean out the crumbs.
We used to clean ours about every 10 years or so.
My parents have had the same toaster since they got married.
Is it
and it
old?
still works.
Does it kind of look like the one we have in there?
A little bit, kind of.
I had one like that.
A little
when I
bit
was
heavier
kid.
duty.
Yeah, well, I said look.
Yeah. My dad doesn't clean it out, but I clean it out about probably once every week and a half, 2 weeks. Because he eats stuffed toast all the time. So.
Aaliyah is somehow keeping up with Bailey, guys. This is a 6-minute match already. Bailey has definitely lost something in her time off. I was going to say it's kind of like a monkey flip, but just with hair. I didn't know you could do that. There it is.
Isn't your hair like...
That's it. That took her 6 minutes and 34 seconds.
Wow, good for her. Getting it done.
Why on earth? Poor Bailey. She is rusty.
Say Chris says, no Yokozuna bomb tonight. Rob's like, Sophie, rude. Ayla's like, haha, exactly, haha, but me pantsering food will make big fire.
Where do I keep getting more toothpicks? I have 3 of them right there.
I don't know. You're weird. Sophie says, I think Triple H is waiting for the right moments to bring back certain released talent back into the WWE. Maybe. Ayla says, I bet you use your fork to dig out your toes. Right? I don't. I use wooden tongs.
I just reach in there and grab it.
I do that too most of the time. I just push it up more and then grab it out. Robbie's like, cleaning toasters with D, how not to start
I'm like
fires.
a Tigerian, so I can pick up worm toes.
Yeah, cat's on the router again. Get off there, Leopold. No, get down. Good boy. No.
Yeah, he turned off the internet last time. Hopefully it's not off. That's kind of cool music that Ciampa's coming out to.
Robbie, I just don't know if you use toasters. How would I know if you use toasters or not? I'm just saying that most toasters, I'm not saying all of them have this, by the way. I mean, some of them might not. Some of them have like a little hatch on the bottom of them, but most of the newer ones have like a little tray that just pulls out. And it's kind of inconspicuously placed on the toaster, so you kind of have to look for it. But some of them don't have it. So what you do is you gently turn your toaster over.
And bash it on the counter.
And not bash it on the counter and just kind of jiggle it, because if you break the elements, then you're fucked and you don't have a toaster anymore.
Right. You can take the cord and tie it around your ceiling fan and then just turn it on high. Travis
is giving you great pointers. You should listen to him. Maybe you guys could hit yourself in the head and die. That'd be great.
Leave the room.
Then nobody finds you. And then all they know is there's like flies on the window and they're like, it's really weird. I haven't seen them for like 3 weeks, but there's all these weird flies on the window. How many TikToks I've seen with that as the scenario is fucking weird.
Yes.
Like I've seen like 3 of them. 3 different people finding dead bodies in their apartments. In their apartment complexes. It was 2 of them in apartment complexes, and one of them was their next door neighbor in their house.
So is this Bobby Lashley versus Miz and Ciampa with AJ Styles?
Maybe.
That's a pretty cool match. That'll probably take us right up to the finish line. About an hour and 15.
True. Yay. So it was like I didn't know about the toaster slide thing until last week.
Was it messy? You could also use a shop vac up in there.
It just depends on how much toast and stuff you, like how much stuff you make, right? So like toast doesn't really have a lot of
Toasts are like bad friends. They're very flaky.
But English muffins, they like drop a lot of stuff off of them.
I don't know what that is.
That's the thing that's on like an Egg McMuffin.
Oh, okay. What do we call those? We call them something else here, like a scone. No, you put cream cheese on it, a biscuit, a
bagel?
Bagel.
Yeah. Those are completely different. Not what I'm
They got like
about.
raisins in them and they don't kind of fit, so you have to squish them to get them in the holes.
Uh-huh. And those older school toasters, yeah. Vindicator says Aaliyah Guerra's writing up makes the like what? Makes the length of the match even more impressive.
Yeah.
It's like, Sophie, you should follow me on Instagram and make yummy foods and post them. I can give you tips. Chris says Bailey using Sasha double foot stomp move. Rob is like, Sophie, you wouldn't know if your mom makes all your food for you. So it was like when I was roasting French toast, one of the pieces fell in the toaster. It wouldn't come out, and I kept using the fork. It was like, Robbie, her mom is Uber Eats.
Can
It's
you
like
eat or do
lightning
French toast in
fire.
a toaster?
I have no idea. I don't make French toast in a toaster.
Isn't it liquid egg? Like, wouldn't it short out or something? Am I just... Is that not what it is?
I would think so. Even in a toaster oven, I don't think you would be able to, like, do that.
I've seen people, like, do, like, cheese sandwiches and stuff in toaster. I'm like...
Yeah, they, like, put it on its side and stuff. It's weird.
But they have an element in there that... A breakaway, so if it's sideways, it would turn off. So they must disable that or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think those are fake.
Crazy. Like, y'all not fang ganging up on Sophie. Nobody's doing anything. So it was like, I'm surprised they're doing this tag match tonight instead of at the pay-per-view. I guess that might be a little weird. Crazy says, Robbie, do they even have food in the UK? And Robbie's like, Dee enjoying quality time off from work playing with her toaster. I was like, Auntie, if Sophie can insult me, I'm going to give it back. I'm not bullying. If Sophie wants me to stop, I'll stop joking. Sophie's like, with the toaster slide thing, I find it, but for some reason it took me a couple times to get it out. Yeah, they don't have like a release latch or anything like that. You just have to pull. And it might have been really full too, so happens. But now you know it's there, so now you can just kind of clean it every couple weeks if you make a lot of toast. Crazy says, yeah, I know, I'll joke. Sayla's like, I'm pretty sure Sophie knows we're all messing around. If not, she needs to speak up and tell us to stop. As Sophie says, like all the jokes. And Luke's like, I'm curious, who knows what sushi is? Depends. Are we talking about sashimi or are we talking about sushi? Because there's a difference. Crazy
Oh, there's
says,
Bobby.
Robbie doesn't... They don't have food in the UK. Ayla says, see, Sophie is fine. So if we ever hurt your feelings, just tell us, okay? So it's like, okay. Chris says Ciampa is sold out, man. He was black and gold. Now he's all lime green and weird.
That's what
what you're saying. Ayla says people in the UK eat bugs. They lick sidewalks and eat bugs, guys. It's fine. They have tea, though. We all know they have tea. They talk about it all the time. They even have one named after him. English tea, for crap's sake. What the fuck?
That they get from China.
From China.
They traded opium for tea in China. And they got the Chinese all hooked on opium. And then the Chinese government got upset at them. And they just went to war with them and started literally blowing up their cities. Because the Chinese were not selling them tea for opium anymore.
Right.
But everybody in their country was addicted to opium.
Right.
That happened. That's the British. They're like, oh, look, people are here. We just discovered this.
This is ours now. Thank you.
Well, we just discovered this.
What? It's been here forever. No, it's ours. We just found it. We're gonna make it,
Like South Africa, they're like, hey, we need to move people down here. This is ours.
This is ours. This right here is ours.
The Zulu are like, no, it's not. We're definitely gonna fight you. They're like, okay,
No, you won't.
we'll fight. Let us bring. We'll be back. Then they come back with just hordes, and then they start like, hey, we will give you land, seed, and money to go live there. And so all the people from Britain were just like coming down in shiploads. That's where Brett's parents, his ancestors are from there. They started there. Not started, obviously. They came from Britain, but he's got it all journaled all the way back to that.
That's actually pretty cool that he has stuff like that in his genealogy.
Well, his family had a slave, but it wasn't a slave, right? So they had a black in their family, but it's because the mom just dropped it off on their doorstep because they knew that she knew they would take care of it, the kid, the baby, anyway. And so then they came back here, and he was the first African American in Idaho. Mm-hmm. And he actually got killed in a land dispute up in like Twin Falls area.
That's crazy.
True story.
Yep. They're starting. It's a tag match.
Yeah, it is. It's AJ Styles in there with Tommaso Ciampa.
Right now. But who are their partners? AJ
well, obviously
and Bobby
and
Tommaso and Miz. Good for them. Oh, God.
Big drop kick. I think it knocked his tooth out.
I think it knocked his spit out of his face.
It was either spit or a molar. He's still holding his teeth, so it could definitely have been a tooth.
Maybe. Gross. Anyways, Sophie's like, so people in the UK eat the same thing people in Idaho eat bugs? Yeah, because everything I eat in front of you, Sophie, is bugs. It was like sushi is a type of rolled up stuff with rice, and stuff doesn't always have fish. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. How are my favorite people doing today? Great, Film. How are you doing, bud? Do you have a good weekend?
Big kick right to the side of the head.
Bobby, better be careful. Sophie says, what's the difference between sushi and lobster? Zayla says, stop it, Sophie. Chris says, another asshole match, MJF or The Miz.
That's a tough one.
That's tough because if MJF would just let his filter off and not be like, oh, I can't say things, he might be the bigger asshole in some situations. Bone says, glad it's Monday Night Raw, so sorry I've been a little late. Let's just say I had an annoying, busy day today. Understand.
Life happens, for sure. AJ drops Miz down, down onto his knee. It's a little backbreaker.
You're showing Miz.
Ciampa, look at the gorilla press. Look at this. Look at the power, Bobby.
Rawr, throw him over the
Bobby just tosses him right down onto Miz.
Poor Miz.
Broke Miz's ankle.
He broke me. It's terrible.
It's a thing.
Luke says, sushi is the art of rolling fish in Japan. Sashimi is the name of the raw food that goes into a sushi roll. But at least you knew that, Talitha. Yeah, that's why they're called sushi chefs. Because sushi chefs actually go to school to become specifically in the art of rolling sushi. Sushi can contain almost anything that is rolled up.
Do they do those one fish that are deadly and they have to go to school for like 6 years or something?
Some of them do. Some of them do that kind of stuff, the puffer fish. Some of them do, or is that the tiger fish? No, it's the puffer fish.
I don't know which one it is.
It's the puffer fish that they do.
Poisonous if you get any of the liver or something on it.
Yeah. It's a certain juice in it that you have to be very careful of. Yeah.
Sharp knife.
Film says, hello, Ayla. Happy Monday. Chris says, no tea bag tonight. I explained that oddly, but sushi is a style of food, right? You can have vegan sushi. Sashimi is like slices of fish. Yeah, and there's another one, but I can't remember what it's called, where they just have they'll put like rice and they'll have it like formed, and then they'll put a piece of fish over a raw fish over it. But I can't remember what those ones are called.
Dinner.
It could be considered dinner, but it's not sushi and it's not sashimi. So it's something else that I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, as Luke says, sushi has been become labeled an actual food here in the U.S., but it's actually the name of the art form of rolling fish or rolling things in seaweed or rice rolls. So if it says, if you are playing baseball fantasy, you must be having a lot of money.
I play fantasy baseball.
Do you have a
Why?
do you have a lot of money?
What's going on?
I have no idea. Maybe it's really good. I don't know. Ayla's like, I just said that, Luke. It's the style. I have a friend who's a Japanese cook. He calls himself an artist. Yeah, they go to school for it, Ayla. So yeah. Sophie says, I like that WWE gained some new fans in the past month. And Luke says, in Japan, sushi is just a name for the style of rolled and wrapped food. It's not actually a specific name for a food. And Luke's like, I didn't see your post, Ayla. Sorry. And I was like, it's fine. I'm invisible. So it was like, I realized today that I always end up watching wrestling alone. My mom watches the pay-per-views that she loves, which is now down to the Rumble and Mania. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, the two best.
Where's your fish?
I think those are my two favorite. I do like Money in the Bank, though. And SummerSlam can be okay.
Right? Luke says, no, I forgot to switch chat from top to live. Film's like, by the way, it's on Bailey on my TV. She looks sexy, and I love it. Gross. Ayla's like, I understand. So it was like, Pluto TV has like a pro wrestling channel, which I don't know anything about until yesterday. And it must be hard to do fantasy league of every sport out there. And it also must be hard to keep track of everything. Was it hard to do when you did them all? Not when you were managing them, but like when you were doing all of them.
No, you can keep up pretty quick, but you have to get there first, right? You have to learn it all first, which is the daunting part. But once you're caught up, it's very easy to keep up because most of the sports are in different seasons. The hardest one for me was always hockey because I didn't watch it. And so I had to rely on the internet more and other people's stuff. And the hockey teams always suffered. I did win a championship, but it was not easy.
It says Travis is rich as fuck. So he says, I want to talk wrestling with someone, but I don't know anybody else that also watch wrestling.
I watch wrestling. You're more than welcome to chat here. I've watched a few times. I've caught up.
Have you watched a few times?
I've caught up, so it's easy to stay caught up.
Have you watched a few times? Gosh, how many times have we watched in the last 3 years?
A few 300 maybe.
As Crazy says, LOL, we all do. So he says, I know some fantasy stuff gives money to the winner or winners of the league.
Yes, we play for money.
Yeah, some of them do that. Not every fantasy league does that.
You can play for free, but it's not as fun. Like, it does add a lot to the experience for money.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you don't have the rebuilds and stuff. And I like to play legendary, which means, like, you're playing in keeper leagues. And so you're carrying your team over, or a portion of your team over, year after year after year. So the more complex those get, the funner, like especially with salary caps and contracts and bidding wars and stuff. That's always fun. But you have to have somebody that'll run those leagues, and I just won't do it anymore. It's such a headache that it's just not worth it. I don't enjoy it that much. I like playing it, but I'm not gonna do it. And nobody else does it that I know, and so that's why we don't do those leagues anymore. I know Scott Archibald's in a baseball one, and I've always wanted to be in that league. Those guys run it great, but it's like, it'd be a pain in the butt. Lost you.
Oh.
You sure?
Maybe. Cat's attacking me. It's a great offense.
Ciampa.
Yet again with the great offense.
A little bit of offense on both sides. AJ Styles in trouble. You know, I don't see how AJ and Bobby can lose this. I don't see either one of them getting pinned or submitted, so Miz takes the L.
Yeah, most likely.
Is it going to be a Styles clash, or is it going to tap out with the Hurt Log?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Just a yeah.
Don't have anything else to say about it. So he says some people do the fantasy league of whatever sport for the money.
Yep. And almost got him right there. Ciampa tags in. Oh, make a wish right there with that wishbone. Remember wishbones from turkeys?
Is that where they come from?
Any bird. It's right there.
Any birds?
It's right. It's this bone right here.
Right. Anyways, Luke says, okay, I'm off to bed. Have a long day. Night all. And night delete that and trough. Night, Luke.
Yeah, good night,
Thanks for
boss.
joining us tonight for a minute. We'll maybe see you on Friday. So he says, did baseball get more complicated than before?
You mean with the rule changes or something, or what are you talking about there? Because it's really no different. The sport, you've got another DH in the National League now, so it added a few more hitters. But other than that, not much has changed.
Old farts can stay in for a while longer.
Yeah, that's what it all is about too. Is just extending people's career. Like people like Hank Aaron. That's the guys that screwed it up.
Right.
There was a few Yankees in there too.
That did all that. Screwed up all that fun.
Well, just bringing a DH in, I feel like it was a black eye in baseball. And now that there's two DHs, one in each league, now that the leagues are the same, so there's no reason to have a National and American League.
Right.
You just call it.
Why don't they just call it all the league? Not even bother with
Right.
national or whatever else.
Well, I mean, in all sports, you got like the AFC and FC stuff, so it's kind of close to the same. Anyways, Bobby Lashley just drove Ciampa's head right into the ring post. Picking him up off the ground, throwing him back into the ring. Bobby Lashley following him back in. What's he going to do here? Big spear. The athleticism here, I always like this because at the very end, oh, Miz saved him. At the very end of his spears, he always rolls through. Big clothesline. Now, Ciampa's in the ring waiting for Bobby, so if Bobby gets in there, he might get attacked. And he did. Big DDT. That's Ciampa's finisher. Bobby kicks out. Ciampa's finisher doesn't work in the big leagues. I remember when he was beating people for championships down in NXT with that. What's he going to do with a pedigree or something? Oh, fairy tale ending. Ah, the spin at the end. Big spear. 1, 2. Miz saves him. AJ's in there. Big forearm. Right to Miz's face. Oh, phenomenal forearm off the top rope. Or over the top rope to the floor. Uh-oh. There it is. Dexter Lumos just grabbed AJ. Oh, wait, that's not Lumos.
Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know who that guy is. Anybody know? That wasn't Dexter. It was dressed like Dexter, grabbed AJ, but it was not Dexter Lumos. It was somebody with braids or little dreadlocks. Look behind him now. There's Dexter Lumos.
Oh, so some other guy.
Behind the Miz, though. He's got the Miz. He's choking out the Miz. He just stole the Miz. The Miz has been stolen.
He's stolen.
The Miz is getting stolen. Somebody needs to help the Miz. So Miz just got kidnapped.
That's crazy.
We know who it was, though. It was Dexter Lumos.
So somebody attacked AJ.
Ciampa's in there by himself. The only problem with that is he's in there with Bobby and AJ Styles. There's a phenomenal forearm. Miz has been stolen. Miz has been stolen.
Lucas showed up. And then some other dude was there.
Yeah, somebody was playing, I don't know if you'd call it possum or whatever, but... And then Bobby just got him in the Hurt Lock and tapped him out, so... Yeah, I think the other one was just distraction. You know, it's like, you know, lighting a fire on the other side of town and then robbing a bank.
Right.
Yeah, Styles and Lashley lost. Well, yeah, because of the disqualification because Lumos.
Oh, because they attacked them first. No?
Lumos stole Miz, and right when he put his hands on Miz, it was a disqualification. That just happened.
The disqualification in favor of the Miz and them because they got handled first. But I thought the other guy attacked AJ first.
He did touch AJ, but AJ hurried and got at it. Like, you know, AJ's quick.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, that much looks like it happened while I was away.
Kind of a short picture.
Sophie's like, why is Dexter attacking AJ? Well, it wasn't him, it was Sophie.
Yeah, it ended up not being him.
Sophie said also Edge versus Priest in the main event. Sophie also says, okay, why is Dexter kidnapping the Miz? Maybe because he has big balls. And Sophie says, who was that guy that attacked AJ? Maybe another released talent? And Crazy says, they're saying that was an actual fan.
Well, obviously it was part of the storyline because security was with him, and then Lumos got Miz.
Right? What the,
Look at Damien.
the fuck is he?
He's like, smell my undercarriage.
He's like, I'm going to put my leg up here. It's fine. Then I'm going to do some weird twisty back things. Nobody.
Well, he has had that back injury, so maybe he is doing just some warming up.
Maybe.
Is it? I thought it was from your mom. And your dad was Rey Mysterio. Since you're Rey Mysterio Jr. I watched his dad wrestle.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wrestled in like the third or fourth Starrcade. Old Mickey. Only at 143.
Well, they don't
'Cause
have
they're in
any
a car.
helmets on or anything.
Need to do it in one of those NASCARs with a helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
Get up to 200.
Yep. Is the Edge Damien one next or something?
I mean, they're making it out to be, but unless that match is going to be 50 minutes,
Right.
I feel like they have enough time for 2 more matches.
Right, because that last match basically ended without anything happening.
Right. Well, it's still 13 minutes, though. The segment lasted 15. One segment is a quarter of an hour. You don't get a lot of segments in anymore. That first segment of the night was over a half hour with the match and the talking with the women. It was
the boringness.
Literally 6:30 before they were done with the women.
Sophie says, at least Dexter confirmed he has been stalking The Miz, but the question, why?
He likes the Miz. Maybe he likes big balls.
Mm-hmm.
He's the old balls and chain.
Who knows? Sometimes it's easier to have Miz be the person that brings them over. I don't know if you guys have noticed that lately, but any new talent that's kind of come up and stuff, they kind of throw them through the Miz first and
Miz and Natalia.
they go from there. So.
Miz and Natalia, that's their 2 go-tos for the newbies. Because they're professionals.
Those are pros, man. Pros.
And will do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got other pros, but they're like, wait, no, I don't want to know.
He's like, I don't care. He's like, I'm on TV, and I make so much money off of my show. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure he makes over $1 million a year on wrestling also.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Crazy says, new Raw stable coming with all stalkers called the Body Snatchers.
There it is. Love it. Make it happen. Twit Triple H.
Right?
Or tweet him, whatever it's called. Twit sounds better.
Twit him. Sounds way better. Just twit at him. Do it without filters. See what happens.
Who is it? Gargano. It's Johnny Gargano.
There you go.
There's Johnny Gargano for all the people at home.
There's your special appearance. Comeback for the night.
Is he Canadian? No, he's from like Columbia or whatever that's called, where the Miz is from. Cleveland, that area.
Hmm. Okay. Well, everybody's wish came true. It was like, what are you eating, Talitha? It's Big Bug. I'm eating mint chocolate chip ice cream and a banana. You know, gross things. Bugs. EWE is back in the chat, says hi. Hi! How's it going? Just made it back in time to see Johnny Gargano come out.
Yep, Johnny Gargano is there.
His like actually sounds good.
Bugs and ice cream.
No, mint chocolate chip ice cream and a banana. It's always what I like. I always do it. Mint chocolate chip ice cream is one of my favorite ice cream flavors. But it has to be the green flavor. It can't be white. It has to be green.
have white?
Yeah, some companies make mint chocolate chip with white ice cream. They make the ice cream white instead of putting artificial dye in it and making it green. It's weird.
He's the new 5 Feet of Fury. He'll get that title from Bliss. I love that there's only like maybe 50 people. If you look, see him clamp it. Shit. Other people are like, who is this guy?
I don't think anybody really cares. I mean, there's some fans, but
Even him jumping up and down gets not even half. I love it. At least he's trying to get the crowd involved.
right. It's weird.
He's a B-list player. Maybe a C.
They're like, no, we're going to make him an A-lister.
No.
We're going to throw him in your face so much you're going to have to love him. No thanks.
What are you, a douchebag?
Are you a fucking moron? Jesus, fuck.
And I'm 5 Feet of Fury. He won the championship?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give out your resume. Nobody cares about NXT. Asuka came from NXT and she was undefeated and blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
We don't care about your NXT stats, homie. You got to do it in the big leagues.
Oh, God. Does he have a lisp, too?
I don't know. I'm not worried about that. It doesn't sound like it.
Yes, he does. It's disgusting.
Baby wrestling.
I was like, I thought it was only green. I know they make vanilla with chocolate chips. I know they made mint chocolate chip white. They do. Tillamook's ice cream is white. It's not green. And it's mint chocolate chip. It's disgusting. Vindicator says, interesting that a New Jersey guy like Gargano gets a pop like that in the Great White North. Well, you can read films. Chat. He's very excited about Gargano.
This guy better never, ever even be in a match for the WWE Championship. Anyways, Johnny Gargano is back, if you're just joining us by chance. He's in the ring talking right now, talking about his kid. Baby wrestling.
Oh, he's about that size, so it makes sense.
They should put him in NXT. Austin Theory first, huh? They better not give him the Money in the Bank thing, but... People are now... So he might have just got a few... Like, people are like, oh, this guy looks interesting. Once he stands next to Theory and they see his size, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
His
Like
12-year-old stature.
He's barely taller than the top rope.
Fuck.
They worked together in NXT. They were in the same
Yeah.
clique.
Vindicator's like, that
Look at
film's...
this. Look at it. That's real.
I know. He's a 12-year-old little boy. I get it.
They have to change the camera angles. They're like, do not show that camera angle again. See? No, that's separate cameras.
Oops, don't pan it. Don't.
Oh.
Oh.
They're screwing up there. Why would you be watching cartoons with kids when they're not even one yet?
Because he's a child. Film's all excited about Gargano being back, loves him, and wants him to be the world champion.
Ugh.
You know, Film, if that ever happens, I'm literally probably going to slip my wrists on live stream. It's going to be disgusting. So, yeah. Chris says Gargano, the way. Film's like, the way, reunion. And Robbie's like, great match. Excuse me. Yeah, it's so awesome that wrestling actually has wrestling on it. I mean, wait, what? It's not wrestling.
The Gargano way. Thank you. Austin Theory says it right.
Robbie's like, hello, not a Gargano fan. Hello, who would have known? Or is that Gargano a fraudulent MFer? Chris says, wonder if Gargano will challenge Theory for Money in the Bank. I don't think they
Johnny
can
hit
do
him
that.
all right. All right. Thank goodness that segment's over.
I just lost complete and all respect for anything that happens on Raw ever again.
Yeah. Over a segment.
Hmm.
You got Edge coming up next, going up against Finn Balor, I would assume. Or not Finn Balor, but Damian Priest. I'm assuming that's going to be starting when we get back.
Maybe. Or have something else stupid happen.
That was almost a 20-minute segment. About 15 minutes there.
Mm-hmm. The The shock factor.
Honk for Jesus.
Honk for Jesus.
Save your soul.
Film says, super kick, and yes, wow. Crazy's like, Gargano actually left at perfect timing. If he would have stayed, they would have misused him and released him with Vince running.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Johnny Gargano is back if you're just joining us.
Mm-hmm. Ernest Bell's in the chat.
Hey, Ernest.
Says, hi. So late. I'm so late, he says.
Late.
Anthony Manzano's also in the chat. Hey, Anthony.
Anthony.
Says, hi, Gab family. Hey, Anthony. How's
Good
it going?
to see you in here. Johnny Gargano is back.
For all you Gargano fans.
If there's people out there that appreciate Gargano.
Oh, yeah. Film loves him to death. Film wants to be with him. That is probably...
Like a Charlotte armpit.
Mm-hmm. That's his Charlotte armpit right there.
About the same size.
Mm-hmm. As an armpit, basically.
Edge
Right.
main eventing in Canada? What? This is going to be great.
That's ridiculous. They shouldn't do that.
What do you want to bet he gets more people on their feet than Johnny Gargano did? Since Johnny got about
What? No.
40%, 30% of the crowd up.
Did he get that many?
Yeah, I mean when he was
It was
telling
like
him
27%.
when he was telling them to get up on their feet, some of them were standing up, but they were trying to show like the one fan cheering in the group of people that weren't cheering. And so they had to do like really close-ups. But they figured it out a little bit.
Anyways, Film said, bye, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big hearts. Peace out. God bless America and women's armpits. And he'll see us on Wednesday. All right,
We
Film.
will
Take
be
care,
here.
man. Crazy says, D, who are your top 5 current WWE wrestlers?
Holy shit. I don't think I have a top 5. I was thinking about this earlier today because I saw that on Twitter, something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to put in a couple from AEW to make it even work. Because I like Brock. I like Bray Wyatt, but I don't know if he counts.
Right?
Charlotte, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I put Charlotte and Becky as the same, so that's 1. Because they're even in my book.
Right?
And then I just put Britt Baker and Wardlow to round it out.
There's some other decent wrestlers, but I don't know.
I like Bobby. I forgot about Bobby.
Bobby. I mean,
love
AJ
Bobby.
isn't terrible.
Bobby's my favorite guy on the roster right now. But if Bray comes back, it'll be Bray. And Brock's. I like Brock better than Bobby.
Right? See, Anthony says, in an honest question, can WWE be opened up for a lawsuit if a fan jumps over the guardrail, jumps into the ring, but a wrestler gets physical with them?
No.
Or does WWE make fans sign a legal document when they get into the arena after they buy tickets to absolve him of any legal action if something were to happen to fans?
Your ticket is the contract.
Yeah.
It's in the purchase of the ticket.
Yeah. Your ticket basically just means you're going to an event that you're getting entertainment from, and if you do something illegal during that entertainment, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Right.
And what if that was a fan that for AJ Styles, that would be considered assault.
Right.
Literally, assault. It's
Right.
assault.
We've seen it before. Seth Rollins got attacked, if you guys don't remember, by a fan.
Who got kicked out, and they put a lawsuit against him, and he's been obsoleted from coming to any of their stuff, and
we've seen it in the past. Fans would jump in. Scott Hall beat up a fan in the ring.
Yeah,
it's not unprecedented.
No, I mean it does.
Fans have stabbed wrestlers in the past.
Mm-hmm. But
Terry Funk has been stabbed 7
WWE
times.
would not be the ones that would have. They wouldn't be the ones being prosecuted. Like, that wrestler wouldn't be prosecuted because a fan attacked them. See, the fan is the instigator.
Kurt Angle will be
And-
live on Raw next week, next Monday in Pittsburgh,
There you go.
his hometown.
Of that. If that really was a fan.
Damien coming out first.
Film says,
Of
bye,
course
Miss
he's
you and
coming out
Travis. I'll
first.
see you guys on Wednesday.
We will be here.
We'll be here, Film. It's for all the love, my man. You take care. Anyways, Anthony says, but what if AJ turned around and hit the fan with that? Would that absolve WWE of any lawsuit by
Right.
the fan, since the fan physically attacked AJ first?
No, AJ would not get in trouble. WWE would not get in trouble.
If
but,
anything,
but it's storyline, and so it doesn't matter.
right.
But yes, it's all good. He was dressed just like, whatever his name is. I mean, identical to him, on purpose to draw the security. Security grabbed him, hauled him off, and then what's his name was on the other side and
Loomis
stole.
did it.
Dexter Loomis stole Miz.
Yeah. But, okay. So, this is the thing. You're minding your own business, and somebody attacks you, or even remotely tries to attack you, and you defend yourself against said person. Yeah, that other person is going to be in a lot more trouble than you.
All right, Damien's in the ring. And now we've got Edge. Watch this crowd, guys. This is how a crowd should react. He works the crowd. He's a better face anyways, and it just works. And this thing's going to go nuts.
Manzano, Anthony says, didn't someone attack one of the Hall of Fame inductees a couple years ago
Yes.
during the induction ceremony, and one of the wrestlers tackled the guy? And Crazy says, Bret Hart, yes. And he wasn't attacked by one person. He was attacked by multiple wrestlers.
Afterwards, it hit. Now watch this crowd, guys. See?
Everybody's on their feet.
That's 100% on their feet. Oh, that guy might not be, but he looked like he was fat.
You want to talk about getting a pop from a crowd? They're like, hey, Johnny, you want to come out and see how many people like you? 4 people stand up. I'm so excited to be back in the WWE, but...
That's got to be electrifying. The only other person that gets that nowadays is Brock Lesnar. He's the only other guy that gets that kind of a pop.
Right?
That is a very short walkway. I just noticed it.
Must have been how they had to set up their stuff, wherever they're at.
There's the pyro. Rated R Superstar. It's right here. The necklace. The Rated R Superstar. It's for Rated R-ness. Yeah. It's been 12 years, a dozen years since he's been there in Toronto, or not Toronto, sorry, in Canada, and wrestled. Got about 25 minutes left. So by the time after the commercial break and all that, we'll have right around 20 minutes for this.
Right?
After the break.
Chris says, hello, Priest has better theme than Finn. Chris also says, another asshole match, Gargano or Theory.
I don't think Gargano's trying to be an asshole.
You know, we punched him in the super kicked him in the face. That's kind of an asshole move, I guess.
It's kind of a dick move, but it's fine.
I'm surprised he could get his little legs up there to even do it.
He's 5 feet of fury.
Anthony says, that was horrible timing for Johnny to come back. They should have waited till they were doing a show in the United States again to have Johnny return. That one mistake Triple H made. Should have probably waited until after they did their fucking pay-per-view.
Or something.
Then made it a big stinky deal.
That Monday after. Or even at the end of the pay-per-view. After Theory cashes in or something.
Or just not brought him back at all.
I kind of want to watch that. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but reminds me of Van Helsing a little bit when they're at the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Invitation.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's supposed to be like really scary, or if it's just like a
Interview the
thriller
Vampire.
kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I only want to be with you. Jimmy's John's new pickup deal.
Ooh. New pickup deal?
Did you just say flattening a tire?
Yes. He said that to the cop. Or security guy. He wasn't really a cop. The Indicator says, Travis, how come Adam Copeland is dressed like your boy Cody Rhodes?
Maybe they're friends. I have no idea. Because it works.
Hey, that was what's-her-face.
What's that? I didn't see. What's her face?
She was in Beetlejuice, the daughter.
Oh, wow. Winona?
Winona. She
I'm the
likes to
easy
steal
rider
stuff.
dreaming of Winona.
She likes to, steal.
She's a klepto.
That's what she got.
Kleptomaniac.
It's what she got in trouble for.
She's a kleptomaniac.
Chris says he tried to outdo Edge, kind of an asshole move. Did he? He didn't do a very good job. Anthony says, Ms. D, are you taller than performers like Sasha, Bailey, Alexa, and Bianca, or are you the same height?
She's taller.
Okay, so Sasha and Bliss are very short. They're only like 5'2", maybe 5'4". I think Bailey is like 5'6", if I remember
you're
right.
taller than all them. You're as tall as Charlotte.
I think, but Bianca is,
somewhere in there. 5'7".
I think she's in that area too, like 5'8" or something.
I don't think she's as tall as Charlotte.
I swear she's about the same height. Charlotte's like 5'10", I thought. Or is that just Rhea that's 5'10" and Raquel?
Yeah, I think those girls are the 5'10", 5'11". Oh, there she is. Beth is there. So you guys, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm a little bit taller than Bianca. She's only 5. She's 5'7".
Yeah, she's 2 inches taller.
I'm a couple inches taller than her. And that's just her build. That's her build height, by the way.
Which isn't
so it means
real.
that she's about an inch or so taller than what they say she really is. So she's probably only about 5'6".
Right.
Maybe, if she's lucky.
All right, so we do see what's going to happen here, guys. Beth Phoenix is at ringside. So when Rhea shows up, it's going to set it up.
Right.
So the seed has been planted. So Edge, Damian, it's going to be a good match. And then Finn and Rhea are going to show up, and we're going to see it.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair's build at 5'10", so...
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So I'm probably about the same height as Charlotte. In real life, Charlotte, not her build height for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Rhea's about the same height as Charlotte, if I remember right. Nope, she's only 5'7".
Oh.
She's the same height as Belair, that's what it
Right.
was. And then, yeah, Raquel, she's very tall. She's a very tall girl.
Yeah, her mom likes tall people.
Yeah. She's billed at 6 foot. So she's probably like 5'11".
Yeah,
It's really
5'10".
hard because they build their heights a little bit taller than they really are. They do it in every sport, by the way. Boxing, football, baseball, every sport, every athlete is built a little bit taller than what they really would be. So he says the finals take place next week, which is somewhat surprising. And Cody says, did Cody actually come back tonight? No Cody.
No Cody. Just Johnny Gargano.
Just Johnny Gargano showed up. So if you're a Gargano fan, he's back.
Johnny Gargano is with us.
I'm back in wrestling. I'm with the WWE now. So if you're a big
fan.
fan.
Oh shit! Edge pulls his hair, drops him down on the ground. Whoa! He's just very. These two are built very similar to each other.
Right. A little bit.
Damien has more muscle mass, obviously.
Yeah.
But Edge was a bigger, stronger guy, but never big and strong. He was bigger and stronger than he is now, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Because he's like 50.
Yeah. He's old now. Well, the other one's not very young. Damian Priest isn't exactly a young little chicken out there.
No, he's pushing 40, I'm sure, if he's not already there. Edge looks way younger with his haircut.
With his hair all cut off, he doesn't look as crackheady-ish now.
Right. He looks like a normal.
I don't know if he looks normal by any means. That's stretching it. But he doesn't look like a freaking meth fiend who decided to take his meth while he was out on
Damien
the town.
can't get out of this.
Oh, no.
Oh, he tries to back him into the corner. Edge reverses it, throws him into the corner, grabs him by an arm. That's an arm bar. Oh, Damien, I thought he was going to rake his eyes. Didn't.
No.
Just held onto his nose.
Crazy's like, I'm going to see an angle where Edge is secretly cheating back with Lita. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think Beth would go for that. She'd probably have a
stomped on his foot,
meltdown.
Punched him in the face. Down he goes.
He is.
Like a sack of potatoes.
So it was like, he must have been happy about Johnny Gargano showing up on WWE TV.
Oh, yeah. The
I
joy.
was so thrilled I took off my pants.
Fury.
You missed it. You missed the 5 foot of fury that we got going on.
The new 5 foot of fury.
So it was like Johnny Gargano versus Theory. Wow, another feud for Theory. And Anthony says that, and Sophie says the finals take place next week, which is somewhat surprising.
Yeah, so are they on Sunday or next Friday then? Is that what they were saying? So we're gonna get the big thing this Friday, the 4-way, and then also on top of that, are they gonna do that round?
I don't think so.
Because they'd have to do 2 matches that night.
They said something next week.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it's the finals, that means they have to get that whole semifinals out of the way. And they're still in the quarterfinals in one of them.
Yeah.
Because of that fatal 4-way.
Right, the one they have to find new people to be in because, other people kept getting hurt.
Bracket.
Because why? Oh, because you probably pushed him into situations too quickly, Paul. And got your people broken, Paul. That's bad management, Paul.
Paulie dangerously.
I blame you, Triple H, Paul. Anyway, Sophie's like, Kurt Angle back? He'll be in Pittsburgh.
He will. He'll be there in Pittsburgh next Monday. We're going to see him. Should be pretty exciting.
Anthony says, so this is our question. Is the Big Show actually 7'1", or is he actually 6'11"?
I bet he's under 7 foot tall. And the reason I say that is because Shaq is 7 foot tall, and he's way shorter than Shaq. When they did their wrestling stuff or when they get face-to-face, he's shorter than Shaq. And Shaq is legit 7 foot, like 7'1" or whatever he is.
Yeah.
They measure the NBA players without shoes on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the sport where I didn't include basketball in that because they do actually measure them and actually go by their actual heights.
Right. It is very important.
Most other sports, though, they bill heights. So they're
weight.
always like padded a little bit. Whether it's a ½ inch to an inch, it's never like not crazy amounts. But, I mean, it's pretty weird when they say, oh, they're this tall and the other guy's the same height, and then they get him next to each other and they don't have shoes on or something, and you're like, how the fuck are they the same height?
Andre the Giant, they used to have him stand on a stool when they would do interviews.
So he looked even taller.
He wasn't 7'4". Amos might be 7'4".
Right.
Like that guy's
different. A very, very tall man.
He's built different.
Yeah.
I think he's the tallest wrestler I've ever seen, except for maybe the Giant Gonzalez, which is Raquel Gonzalez's stepdad.
Yes. So he says Johnny Gargano back. Wonder what that means. We could see his wife show up at some point.
Yeah, but is she needed?
No. I kind of think she should just stay home and take care of their kid. Maybe she should
Well, I
just
just
get
don't
knocked
know.
up again and have another
I
one.
just don't know if she's needed in the women's division right now. I don't know if any women are. That includes Nikita Lyons. That means anybody. I'm just saying, like, they don't have room for anymore.
Well, it's not just that, but they don't use them right anyways.
Well,
Why would you even bring them back? And the fact that they're trying to rebuild the women's part of it and they're doing it the way they're doing it is fine for now, but you can't just start throwing wrestlers in there and pretending that it's going to work.
Right. Like Aaliyah and Shotzi need to go. I don't know where they need to go, but they need to go. They're dangerous to each other. They're dangerous to other people. They're not on the level of these other women. We saw it with Aaliyah tonight, and Shotzi's shown it numerous times lately.
Yeah, which is really weird because she never was like that in NXT.
I didn't think so, but maybe
No,
the
like, I don't
talent-
think she was. Like, I was agreeing with Luke when he said it because I never saw her, like, wrestling that crappy. Like, I don't remember her being that botchy and weird. As, like Luke said, it's like she lost her confidence somewhere. Like, something happened and lost her confidence. Now, I don't know if that's because of deaths, because she did have her dad pass away or whatever. So she's going through grief and stuff like that as well, and that can play a part in a lot of stuff. And she might not be ready to really come back.
Right.
Might be the problem. So I don't know. Anyways. Cody says, never cared for Johnny. I never liked him, so. He looks like a 12-year-old. It creeps me out. So if it's like Johnny Gargano back, wonder what that means. We could see his wife show up at some point.
Right.
Rob-
But is it needed?
Right. Robbie says, I can't build my height a little taller. It just wouldn't work. Anthony says, Damian Priest is 42. He's the same age or a couple years younger than John Cena.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I knew he was older. I just didn't realize he was that old. That is a dream come true for him, guys. He was in the Indies forever then. Literally.
Yeah.
He's only been in NXT and then WWE
so-
for maybe 6 years, maybe.
Right. So in a way, let's say he never gets another title in WWE. Do you think that he would retire a happy wrestler?
I think so. Making his dream come true. I don't think he'll ever have another. I mean, he'll be a tag team champion or something. I'm not going to take that away, but I don't think he'll ever be another champion.
Like main champion? No.
Even any of the 4 main
Yeah,
titles.
he wasn't even a main champion in NXT. He was the North American champion.
Right.
And then when
Yeah,
he
he
came up,
should have
he
been
was
the
the
world champion.
Intercontinental champion or United States, whichever one it was.
I feel like he should have won the world championship there, but then they brought in Keith Lee and Karrion, and so it kind of
Fucked everything.
clogged that up.
Yep.
But he would have been in there.
Yeah. Sophie says all the AEW fans must be crying that Johnny Gargano won't show up this Wednesday since AEW Dynamite is taking place in his hometown. Nah, I don't think they care. Robbie's like, oh, D complimenting Edge. Cody says, who do you think will win the women's tag belts? Fuck. I don't know at this point.
I mean,
Probably
it-
Sky and Kai at this point.
It makes a lot of sense to do it with them. Especially if Sasha and Naomi come back to challenge them, because they'll be baby faces. That's my guess.
Sasha's a baby face. Oh, Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's what they were, but when they left, and then
Oh,
they'll come
fuck.
back to a crowd pop.
Oh, jeez.
And so it makes sense, and then that's the Bailey, Becky, or God damn it, Sasha, Bailey thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Anthony says I'm the same height as Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Christian. I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
Robbie
Oh,
says,
shit.
LOL, I blame... Did he get you with his
Yeah.
claws? He didn't quite make it over there.
What you doing, buddy?
Robbie's like, oh, I blame D. Sophie's like, blame me for what? What'd I do? Sophie's like, with the way they describe the finals, the winner of the 4-way will meet Raquel and her partner on that SmackDown. This whole tournament got a little bit confusing.
Right. So this Sunday or Friday they are going to wrestle twice. One of those teams. So obviously Raquel's going to win it,
Yeah.
and so it's going to be Raquel probably and Aaliyah that win the whole thing. Would
You
be my
think
guess.
they're going to put tag titles on them? God
It
damn.
just makes a lot of sense.
Does it, though? I don't know if that makes a lot of sense for
But if-
Raquel's character. That's fucked up.
Well, for Raquel it makes sense because she can carry the dead weight.
Like she did Dakota Kai.
Right. It's that same kind of a thing.
Kidding.
Well, it's true.
Decent.
But makes more storyline sense with Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. Shirai Kai.
Right. So they didn't give us no commercials here or limited commercials, Sophie, but they are doing picture of picture.
Yeah, we got Pip.
So for this one, because you had mentioned it earlier, is the only reason why I'm bringing it up. Jaco Robertson in the chat says, hi, Jaco. And Ravi says, do you seem to know? What do I know? Sophie's like, I thought when they were going to bring back Johnny that he would get inserted into the Tommaso Ciampa, Miz, AJ Styles, Lashley, Dexter Lumis storyline. No, I guess he's decided to be not friends with Theory.
Yeah, it's a Theory line, it looks like right now. They're keeping them separated.
Jaco says Goldberg versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 39. Yeah, fun. Cody's like, wrong. Damian Priest is 39 years old. Just checked Wiki. So whoever said he was 42, check your facts. Yeah, Anthony was talking about that he was 42. Maybe he meant somebody else.
Anyways, with a 3 years difference or whatever that is, 2 year difference.
Basically, he's fucking old for a wrestler.
He's right there at the end of your prime in wrestling.
For an athlete, he is old.
1, 2, and Edge almost had him right there. We are in picture.
Yes.
There are cheeseburgers on the right side of the screen.
Anthony says, Travis, if you were a wrestler, how much of your dignity would you lose before you stood up to the company that was paying you just to lose matches, for example, for $1 million before you left the company?
I wouldn't care. I mean, I'm not going to take a pay cut to go to another company and get treated the same way.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of those guys did.
And sometimes,
like
and
Sean
some of them
Spears,
worse.
Like Sean Spears, I feel like he took a huge pay cut and was treated exactly the same.
Or worse, even in some cases. Like not even better. Or the same.
I want some strip steak. Steak and then strip it.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Put some stuff on it.
Yeah, put peppers with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Anyways, Cody says, Anthony, Damien is not 42, my guy. Sophie says, this whole Dexter Lumis storyline is both interesting and a little bit confusing. Jaco says, hi, Jaco. Crazy says,
Damien's chain is up
Robbie,
in his hair.
You should change your screen name from Beck and Harry to Blackberry, because honestly, it's a big letdown after first glance. I'm all like, why is it posting as Blackberry when it's not? Robbie says, so D, is your mate Edge winning tonight? Wouldn't know, dude. He's not my mate.
So Edge is going to win, but it's going to be because of a disqualification. Or he's going to win it clean, and then they're going to attack him. But either way, no matter what happens, he's getting attacked at the end of this, and Beth is going to come in and help, and probably Rey Mysterio.
Ooh.
That's my guess.
Crazy says, so disappointing, and Jaco says, Batista must challenge Roman Reigns. Cody says, why would Batista challenge Roman? That would be pointless. They have already fought. Sophie says, there are a few Mania main event options. It will be interesting which ones the WWE will go with. Vindicator says, all right, Travis and Duluth, I hope you two enjoy the rest of this Edge ego enhancement match. If Leopold isn't too distracting, LOL. See you for Dynamite. Bye to everyone in the stream of gabbers.
See ya.
Bye, Vin. Thanks. We'll see you on Wednesday. Sophie says, at least with Raw, it seems like with commercials, there's random. Like 1 week, they give an hour commercial free or do what they are doing this week.
Right.
Cody says, we haven't had a commercial free Raw since Trump owned it for a while. LOL.
That was a long time ago.
Like the full Raw? No. They have done an hour of it in the beginning, but you know what's really funny about that? Is those hours are all talking.
Yeah,
they don't give you fucking wrestling during that time. They don't give you fucking wrestling matches until they're at the end of the hour so they can go to a commercial break. So, yeah.
It's like they want the commercials during the wrestling. There's a big DDT by Adam Copeland.
Sophie says Edge versus Finn next. Oh, yeah? Anthony says, I'm specifically talking about Travis. If you as a wrestler was promised that you were going to be the top of the card, and at the last minute they made you a job or your whole career.
I know where you're going. I know what you're saying about it. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, if it's in your contract, that's one thing, then you can just sue.
Right.
But if it's not in your contract, or they're just telling you stuff, then you just don't re-sign when it comes time to re-sign. Then you wait for Triple H to take over and you come back.
Right? Cody says that's when Michael Cole and all the other commentators are drinking water and etc. and doing God knows what.
Getting instruction.
Luna says, nighty-night, everyone. Bye, Luna.
See you, Luna.
So he says, I wonder how much notice the WWE gets from the USA Network when they get a commercial-free hour.
They probably can do it that day. Oh, he was going for that spear. 1, 2. Damien kicks out.
You're okay, Argus. Just a few more minutes, buddy. Probably needs water. He ate all of his food.
I don't know what Edge is doing. Is he going to make a wish? What's he going to do? Scorpion Deathlock or something?
Oh, God. Poor Richard.
Robinson is down.
Robertson is broken.
Charles
Might have hurt
Robinson.
him.
Old CJ.
Knocked him out of his fucking shoe.
CR.
They knocked him right out of his shoe.
He done lost his shoe.
He lost his shoe.
I don't even know how that's possible.
How is that even possible? He lost his shoe. Gothflesh
Here
is
comes the
leaving
chair.
by Gothflesh says, I got a son. To your eyes first thing tomorrow. Cody
Yeah,
says, make
school
sure to
days.
hit that like and sub to Wrestling Gab. Yeah, thanks, Cody.
Thank
Anthony
you.
says, have you noticed the past 2 weeks on SmackDown, Raw, and NXT that the announcers have been more loose in terms of their commentary instead of the scripted crap?
Oh,
they
God.
were
Oh,
giving
Adam
with
Copeland
Vince?
got out of the way. But yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they've been a little more open. It's funny because that Smith guy used to never say any words, and now all of a sudden he talks.
Yeah, and they're saying professional wrestling now, not just WWE superstar. Kind of like that. Uh-oh. We know what's going to happen here.
Oh, good.
He likes to break those chairs.
Martha is over and out, people of Canada. Yeah, Martha, you tell him. Oh, no.
Oh, that'll hurt your dentures.
Ew.
That hurts.
Especially when it's your dirty footprints all over it, too.
Yeah, that's where his foot was.
It's nasty. Cody's like, it must have been so bad when Vince was in charge that everyone seems happy since he left.
It's just new.
It's different, Cody, and I don't think...
That's it. Here
You're
comes
not-
Charles Robinson.
You're not seeing everything, right, Cody? Like, you didn't see everything with Vince.
Edge kicks out.
You're not seeing everything that's happening behind the scenes with Paul either. So you have no idea. You can say that they look happier, but are they? You don't know. Are you talking to him? Have you interviewed him? I mean, are they just doing their jobs because that's what they're told to do? Probably.
Picks him up. The Canadian bomb or whatever they call that. Canadian destroyer.
Anthony says, I've always wondered why Vince hated the word
Spear!
wrestling so much and he forced the commentators to say the term sports entertainer.
1, 2, 3. 1924. 19 minutes, 24 seconds.
Wow. Look who won. Your guys, Edge won.
Edge did win that one.
Good for him, I guess. You know what's funny about that, Anthony, is that he didn't used to have them call them sports entertainers. Like, they were wrestlers for a long time.
Oh, is he going to do the concerto? So Edge is playing dirty, huh? Look behind him. Beth Phoenix is going to show up at 2
Oh.
Beth's in there now?
No.
Now?
No.
Right now?
No.
And Beth Phoenix there.
No.
Oh, Finn Balor's there.
Gotta get Ray down there first, maybe.
Oh, coup de grace.
Terrible.
What time is it? Oh, we got just less than 1 minute.
Yep.
They can go over. They own USA, basically.
Sergeant Judy says, bye-bye now. Bye-bye, Judy.
Bye-bye.
Cody says, I wonder if Sonya and Adam Pearce storyline
There's
is
Beth.
over.
There's Beth.
Ew, come on. Stand up for
She's
us
like-
at the band.
I used to be your announcer. Or whatever. Your play-by-play woman.
Jones, the New York Police Captain Cat says, meow, meow, yes, bye-bye, meow, meow. Wow,
Rhea's not scared. Beth. Where's Ray?
There isn't one. I guess
No
she's
Ray.
just leaving.
Could he not get into Canada?
Maybe he can't. Maybe he has a felony. He almost killed a guy.
He did kill a guy.
He
Not
did kill a
almost
guy.
killed a guy. Ray killed a guy.
Ray killed a guy. All right, everybody. That is the end of Raw tonight. The only other thing we had happen was Gargano showed up. So if you're a Gargano fan, I guess you're happy. I don't really give a crap. It's just another 12-year-old child playing at wrestling. Anyways, the last match of the night was Damian Priest and Edge. And it looks like Edge won over Damian Priest. Rhea came out, did some stuff. And then Beth Phoenix came into the ring because she was there as well and attacked Rhea. So we'll see where that goes. As Travis called it, that was going to happen. Didn't see her Ray sighting, so we don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see how things go after that. Anyways, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight and watching WWE's Raw with us. We really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new in the chat, just lurking in the background, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. We'll see everybody on Wednesday. Okay, you got that? Wednesday for AEW Dynamite.
Should be a good one.
That's what they say. Cody says, so what, Edge and Beth versus Finn and Rhea? That's quite a possibility there, Cody. Travis was thinking they would make it a 3-on-3. Ray being in there with Edge and Beth. So we'll see if anything more comes from that or if any of that plays out.
Yeah, it might just be a tag team match. Mixed gender.
True. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.